This is the ASL Finals Season 16. We've got an epic one. It's going to be Mini up against Soulkey. Can Mini get another title, or will it be Soulkey getting his first ASL title? Joining me, of course, is Eonzerg to help with the cast.
What's up, Nyoken? Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to have this final Soulkey against Mini. I think it's going to be one for the records.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the best matchups we could have gotten. Mini, he's such a killer, especially in ASL. He really turns on the heat when the tournament starts. And then Soulkey, we've been waiting for him for multiple seasons. Is it finally his season that he can get the championship? He's so good across the board. He had a great comeback versus Rush in the round of 4. There were times where I thought he was super dead, and he came back with the aggressive play. But he's got his work cut out for him today versus Mini, because Mini looked absolutely stunning versus effort.
I have to say, like, these guys, especially Soulkey, the road to get into these finals, it wasn't easy at all. If you remember it, he was already, like, in the first round, at round 24. He was already losing against Calm, going to elimination, like facing elimination. And from there, like, it's never been easy. Like against Rush, huge series. Against JYJ, huge series. Need to come back from that. And I feel like this guy, like mentally, he's prepared to really like to shine these finals. And Mini, I have to say, his first games didn't really impress me too much. But like as the tournament just like keep going, he's getting better and better.
Yeah, Mini's always really freaking good in tournaments for whatever reason. We're getting a look at how the Zerg versus Protoss finals has gone in ASL history. We actually haven't had that many. I can't believe that this is just the third one ever. We had Effort versus Bisu in the first one. Then in season 11, we had Larva versus Mini. That game, there, that series was crazy.
I
And
mean, okay, you have to be trolling right now. Like every finals being a Terran versus Terran, are you really surprised there are only two CPP finals? Nah, there is no way.
well, I guess I had forgotten that Terran's basically in the finals every single time. Something about. Oh, okay. So what this was saying is something about past winners 100% win the first game in the finals, if I read that correctly. So that's already a good sign for mini fans. We're looking at. Okay, the top side says 14 seasons Soulkey has played, and it's his first time making it into the finals. It's also the first time in 5 seasons that Zerg has made it into the finals. And at the bottom, we have Mini, two-time ASL champion. Uh, I think if he wins here, it would be the first time actually Protoss has won in Protoss versus Zerg finals. So that's going to be pretty epic if Protoss actually takes it down as the for the first time in ASL history. And we're looking at player predictions, and actually there are a lot of people that really like Soulkey here. What is this, 6 or 7 to 5? I guess 7 to 6 predictions in favor of Soulkey.
That's a lot of 5-3, 5-3
Yeah,
scores, by the way.
yeah, I think last week we saw pretty much consistently something like 4-2. A couple people had like 4-1, but yeah, the pro gamers really think that it's going to go the distance here, all 7 games to be played in this set.
Yeah, look at this. That I'm surprised with these predictions, by the way, because like to me, Mini is such a chaotic player with like very strong fundamentals and just like a just amazing sense, amazing micro. That I'm surprised that people are actually favoring Soulkey here.
Yeah, I agree, because Mini looks so strong, especially in tournaments. And remember, in previous seasons, he just obliterated players like Queen in Protoss versus Zerg. And someone in chat corrected my translation. It's actually whoever wins the first game of the series has won the finals 100% of the time. So the first series, or the first game of the day, is clearly going to be important. And I think we're going to be going into highlights of the season right now. All right, so we had a nice introduction with both of the players. We've got Mini and Soulkey waiting for their interview with Caster Park. You can see him walking in right now. The music, it's unfortunate that we can't actually play the intro because we get copyrighted putting it on YouTube, but it sounded quite epic. Actually, one of my friends just messaged me on Discord. He's really rooting for Soulkey, man.
Uh, uh, before I forget, whoever did the highlight for Protoss was a Protoss hater. Because what they showed was like Mini blocking a hatcher in the natural, and then an Artgyr killing drones in the mineral line. Like, what is that?
Yeah.
That makes no sense. And then you put Soulkey like a huge highlight, and so many wars, the iron wall, like, bro. I mean, but well, I have to say that Jae-Yoon is in the ASL finals, I believe. And it's funny because he was a third player and now he's a Protoss player. So I'm really curious if he is actually rooting for Mini or rooting for Soulkey, or I mean, maybe rooting for both. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. I totally forgot. Jae-Yoon is somewhere in the crowd. We're going to be looking for him. You know, maybe Steve Jung's also there. I know a lot of people on Reddit were looking to get ASL Finals tickets. We've seen consistently throughout the season a lot of foreigners have shown up. Maybe we'll get a catch of him.
Yeah, man. There's been many foreigners in this ASL season. I don't think I ever seen that many.
Yeah. Yeah. People really coming out to support ASL and to support this epic finals.
By the way, is this like Mini is unbeatable in PBC? Is that actually like the true in the
Unbeatable?
ASL? Yeah.
Well, he lost to Larva in the
Yeah,
finals.
I don't guess he's that unbeatable then.
Yeah, I think definitely Soulkey has a chance here, but Mini, he's always got these epic builds. He's always got the really slick timings. Like, remember versus Effort about 10 days ago? You remember the Invader build where he saw it was, what was it, Overpool? He still went Nexus first. He still got a delayed cannon. And if Effort had just walked across the map, he may have actually just won. But he knows the mindset of the Zerg players. He knows that when you see the Forge, but you don't actually see the cannon timing, well, you're going to think that the cannon's already done, and he kept the Lings back, and he just got away with one of the greediest openers I've ever seen.
Yeah, here goes my 200 euros paid to psychology to forget that moment, and you can just like put it back in my memory. So thank you so much, man.
Yeah. I gotta remind you of the brilliance of these
Oh
Protoss
my
players.
god,
Yeah.
I was doing a mental work just to clear that from my mind. It was not really something I wanted to keep. But yeah, for sure, like that was really impressive by him. But to me, the most impressive is that he was always like able to scout effort builds and didn't really get into the mind games. Is Soulkey wanna have a chance in this series? He need for sure like to keep on record mini scouting tricks and all of that attempts to get the information.
Yeah, and he really needs to figure out what Mini's doing because I think in the series versus Effort, it was like 4 different builds. We had the Invader game with the cannon opening. We had the 2-gate on Polypoid. I can't remember exactly the other 2 games, but I know that it's imperative to figure out what Mini's doing because he has so many versatile openers. We've seen more often these days, even players just rushing Citadel, sometimes just skipping Corsair completely. So also got to keep that in the back of your mind as a Zerg.
Yeah, that is true. If Protoss actually is smelling that you're going Hyderabad, they go instantly Citadel with mass gateways, and you are thinking like, oh yes, I'm sniping the gateway, I'm sniping the forge, while all of a sudden you have like 8, 9 silos with the speed uh, surrounding your hydras, and you're in troubles.
Totally true. And I'm sure Mini will bust it out at some point. I'm also remembering back to the Larva finals that this guy's not against risking it all. Even in the most important game of the series, Game 7, he ended up going for a 2-gate. So Soulkey's even going to have to scout the center sometimes because that's definitely a viable build. I can't remember if Mini's somebody that won bases, with Pylon in the main, but I do know he can get aggressive with the gateways being proxied.
Yeah, I asked myself if there is a map he doesn't really like. Like I can see that he can actually like play 2 gateways, and If it works, it works. It would probably depend how the series is going as well. Uh, but yeah, I feel like that is a big possibility in a finals to do up to two proxy gateways.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about the maps because I think the first two maps are Tempest and La Campanella, so two very big maps, two very weird maps. Like Tempest, you would expect it to be long because of all the expect it to be a long game because it seems like it's a good split map. Also, La Campanella, you expect it to be pretty long because we've seen Effort versus Free on there, and that ended up being epic. Do you think we could see Proxy 2 Gate on either one of those maps just to make it a short game?
If I'm not mistaken, the company is a Soulkey pick.
Yep.
So who knows? Like maybe there is a two gateways. Like if because like well, to be honest, I haven't seen that many 12 hash openings on La Campanella, and I suspect it's because you can jump a worker behind the minerals and do a cannon rush. So no, I don't think two gateways is going to be on La Campanella.
All right, well, we'll have to wait and see. We're getting a look at some more highlights of the players.
못 느껴본 그 감정이 조금 느껴져가지고 확실히 그 4강이랑 결승이랑 느낌이 다른 것 같아요. 8라운드 이겼을 땐 아 다행이다랑 기쁘다 이런 감정이었지만 4강이 이겼을 땐 아 미치겠다 막 이런 생각 손이 너무 떨리더라고요. 갑자기 처음으로 떨어봤던 것 같아요.
Well, both players seem confident in their interviews that they're going to be the champion this season, of course. It's going to be really tough because both players very strong. Looks like we've got a Soulkey fan. I'm sure there's tons of fans for both sides.
Yeah, there are two players with totally different experience in the finals. For example, it's true that Soulkey he hasn't been in that many Brugger finals, um, but like he already like won the Starcraft 2 final in the GSL, and he won in Brugger the KSL. So that's two finals with a like 100% win record. And Mini, he knows what it's like losing a final.
Oh, yeah.
So I really ask myself if there is like something like it's going to play like it's going to play a role here with these guys and the experience they have in the finals.
Yeah, I'm sure it's devastating to get second. Minnie doesn't want to trigger that feeling again. I'm looking for Jae-yoon, man. Where is he? Where's the cut to the foreigners?
I mean, when we see him, he's probably going to be really obvious because that guy is so handsome, so he's going to shine.
Yeah, he's got the huge hair. Really a lot of volume there. Still don't spot him yet. Don't see any foreigners just yet. I'm surprised that nobody from the foreign scene at the actual finals, at least not just yet.
Mm, no.
Guy's a Soulkey fan. He thinks this is going to be the first time he actually wins it all. Well, looks like we're not going to get a look at the foreign fans. I'm sure we'll get to see them later, but we're going to be getting into game one in just a second. So we're talking about La Campanella and Tempest earlier as the first couple maps. What do you think is a map we should look out for? Do you think there's a map that's especially favored for Zerg or especially favored for Protoss?
Um, I mean, good question because like there is this map that origin that is like it's actually funny because there are games that it can be so easy for you to win games, and then there are others that it feels like unfair to play in the map. Um, so yeah, I feel like because like in that region the way you play it is like to contain the Protoss, right? And if you're like able to take 6 bases and just like contain and wait, you are probably going to win the game. But
Yeah.
then if Protoss actually takes like fast 4 bases and you are on 4 still, and you are the one getting contained, that is pain.
Yeah. In Dark Origin, we've seen overall in this tournament has actually been a good Zerg map. And here we go. These are the map picks. We got Tempest, La Campanella, Dark Origin as a third map. That could be crucial. If someone starts 2-0 and then you get another victory on Dark Origin, all of a sudden it could be 3-0. So that obviously going to be an important map. Retro, Invader, Polypoid, and last map is going to be Apocalypse.
Yeah. To me, like the important here is that Polypoise is set 6. So if actually it gets to that map, it's going to be like a really hard map. It's going to be like they playing to take so many bases, defending so hard, and we're probably going to see an epic game on that one.
Yeah, most likely we will. And we're getting a look at the ASL history of both of the players. Actually, the best finish for Soulkey is a recent one. In Season 14, he got third place. So he's on the up and up, making it into the finals for the first time. And then, of course, everybody knows Mini has won it all in Season 12 and looking to repeat here, get the second championship or third. Can't remember exactly how many he's won.
Second, but he's been in the finals like at least
Yeah.
two more times, no? Like 4 times in total.
Yep. Season 11, he was in the finals. Season 7, he was in the finals. He got second place both those times. So it's actually, if he wins here, it would be his second time winning. And we're getting a look at the matchups. You can see that Mini has 62% win rate versus Zerg, extremely high. Likewise, so does Soulkey here, basically identical win rates. And in this season, Mini is 6-1 versus Zerg, whereas Soulkey's 2-0 versus Protoss.
Yeah. Very high scores, but in the ASL, so there are not really that many games. I remember we saw Rush. Wasn't he like 8-1 or something before like facing Soulkey? He was having a hell of a season, and then he got eliminated. It's probably his best matchup.
Yeah. And as you state that, we're looking at Soulkey's history in round of, or in seasons, or overall in all the seasons, but in the round of 16, he took down JYJ and Rush 3-2 and 4-3, respectively.
Amazing series, man. I'm so glad he was able to beat JYJ because I'm like last season. I feel like he missed a great opportunity to also uh, be in the finals. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yes, JYJ really turned it up a notch last season. He's playing out of his mind, especially versus the Hydra Lurker Defiler play, which I thought was basically impossible to beat with SK Terran, but he made it work with the impressive vessel usage. And now looking at Mini's run in the round of 4, he beat Queen that I talked about previously in season 12, and then in round of 4 this time around, crushing effort 4-0.
By the way, props to Mini because he made the finals back to back. Lose 11 against Larva, but won against Mini and against Queen. Uh, he actually fixed the mistakes.
Yeah, he definitely did. He came back that season with such a roar, such solid builds. I can't really translate much of these uh, sentences, but I see something about the Legend of the Fall Protoss in uh, in the finals in the fall finals of ASL and OSL and MSL, and he's looking to repeat that, of course. I think after this season ends, I'm definitely going to work on my Korean because I've forgotten a lot of it. A lot of these words I recognize, but I forget the actual translation. I need to go review my books that I have because I actually brought them back from Korea. I have all of them.
Yeah, the thing is that if you don't really practice this, it's very easy to forget. I went like to learn Dash for a year, and I never used it, so I totally forgot like most of it.
Yeah, in the US, there's not really a lot of Korean places, whether it's like a Korean supermarket or Korean, restaurant or something. So it's like, well, when would I actually ever use it in the US? Not very often. I actually recently went to a Korean place and ordered in Korean, but then he just responded back with, "So do you want it to go?" He just responded back in English, and I was like, oh, okay, so this was just a waste even trying.
Wait.
Yeah.
Did you actually go to the restaurant in the US and actually you went to order in Korean? Like, why?
Well, just because he was Korean and everybody else around me was ordering in Korean, like the ones in front of me, they
Like,
were
he
Korean, they
can be
ordered.
like someone like, like just like a Korean that he actually is like American Korean, like
Yeah, he
he
was.
maybe he doesn't even speak Korean.
No, well, he definitely does because the people in front of me were Korean and they were just ordering in Korean. I was like, all right, well, I can just order in Korean. And then he just responded back in English. I was like, all right, okay.
Oh my god.
uh, so
That was a great story, man.
yeah, yeah. Well, it looks like finally we're gonna be getting into game one. Soulkey, it looks like he's pretty much prepared, and Minnie, I'm sure, about to be ready too.
Tempest is going to be the first map. I like Tempest. It's a very dynamic map. You can attack from many sides, and you can be very aggressive, force a lot of multitasking. So in some way, I feel like it's a good map for Mini.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a good map for sure. He also with all those pathways, where he can sneak out a DT or sneak out a couple zealots. You got to be on top of your game. He could actually strike you when you're not paying attention. I think someone like Mini for sure can abuse maps like that where he can just multitask all over the place. But I'm still waiting to see the epically long game, the defensive game, the split map game, and we were seeing in the introductions that Soulkey's well known for the Iron Wall, the great defense. Maybe we can finally see somebody defend all these positions that Mini likes to attack and actually get into a long epic one.
There are just too many emotions in the studio, Nyoken. It's so hard to actually do the games you are asking for. That kind of games they happen in Pro Leagues like very
Yeah.
often, but in the studio, man, there are just too many adrenaline emotions involved and the pressure. So sometimes I feel like they are just not really like confident to do that kind of play.
Yep, we'll see. Mini strikes me as somebody that likes to end it early. I don't expect him to let it get to that point. And we should be getting into game one in just a second. A lot of memes going on in the Korean scene, apparently. That guy reading the Bible, praying for the Soulkey win. I wonder what that is referencing. We saw in previous rounds a reference to one of the Korean baseball players, which I didn't understand at the time, but somebody posted about it. Hopefully somebody can post about this one on Team Liquid to give context. But we are ready for game one, so let's get into it. It's Soulkey versus Mini. First map is going to be Tempest. Okay, in the bottom left, we have our Zerg hopeful. It is Soulkey. And in the bottom right, our blue Protoss. It is Mini.
Yeah. Probably not the most interesting positions for our interest. Because, yeah, if it was like crosses fouls, maybe there was more potential to have a long game. But being positions like this, we can actually expect a lot of aggression.
Yep, for sure. We do have Probe going out, as usual, and we're going to have... Well, I guess we'll wait and see whether he'll go and scout with this. I think this map is actually... Is this a good cannon rush map? I don't think it is.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so I expect this, despite him going out for a really fast scout, I think that it could be likely that it could be gateway expand. Maybe.
Yeah, and Mini is not really like gambling in this first map. He's like taking this serious and scouting early on, because like if you're actually like playing this map, I could see you skipping scout and just going Nexus first. To be honest.
Yeah, this is definitely a common map for the 12 Nexus. You've got the high ground, which is obviously a massive advantage in every matchup. And that's one of the reasons why I find this map so hard to deal with, especially versus Protoss. But we do have safe opener is going to be Forge, and Mini is going to find Soulkey at bottom left, and he'll see that it is a 12 hatch, or 11 hatch.
11 hatcher.
Yeah.
Now the thing is like, you can kind of rush this. You probably need to cancel the Forge and making Nexus, or just like leaving Forge and just go into Nexus.
Yeah, so it looks like he's going to let the Forge complete and just go into Nexus as a follow-up, skipping the cannon. So big econ openers from both sides already. Love to see it.
Yeah. Here we go with the Nexus.
Right now, where does Soulkey want to put that third hatch? Because he's sending out a drone. He doesn't have gas just yet. And he is going top left. Oh, no, he's not. He's hooking around and... Okay, yeah, I was like, dude, are you really going to put it right there? That seems like a ambitious third hatchery position, but there he goes. He's going to go to the natural.
He's going to take a new main.
Yep, there we go. There's the gate. And this is the type of opener that I was hoping to see. Gonna go, or at least this is setting up potentially for a split map scenario.
Oh god, last time you say that, the player lose to a river boss in like the 10 seconds, Nyoken.
I know. The Reaver plays very strong, man. I wish more people would actually pull it out. I rarely get to see it in ASL.
Well, Mini actually, he's leaving that main. Not really like keeping a scout in that. So
Yeah.
he doesn't really know if the third player is doing there or like Hydra then.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. That single link can keep the probe out, and that means not only does Soulkey not have to build a lot of links to push the probe out, now probe has no intel, and Mini's going to have to really be on top of his game here, have some good intuition to figure out exactly what the follow-up's going to be. Could be anything. We even see Soulkey pulling off of gas.
I'm pretty sure he's going link speed first.
Okay. I don't think Soulkey ever saw what the opener was until just now. So now he's going to get a whiff of what the actual build order is from Mini. And by the way, that Forge already spinning at 350, 345, could have been even faster. His +1 is going to be ridiculously fast, like a 630 +1 timing.
It's going to be fast for sure, and Soulkey is making a lot of serlings here. But if Mini just like close the wall, I don't know what can he do with this, apart from just like denying silos. He's doing mass hatcheries without lair here, so it's a very classic build. It's more eco based, and Mini need to be careful that he doesn't really like go out with the silos, because he can get in many troubles if all the serlings get into the main.
Yep, and we do have the engagement there. Actually, if Mini had stepped out and Soulkey went in right then, that would have been potentially game-ending damage. But Mini, he was actually not moved out just yet. Doesn't take any damage just yet. And in Mini's main, okay, there it is. There's the Stargate. I was like I'm looking in the main. I'm like, I don't see Citadel. I don't see Stargate. What's the tech? But there it is at the natural.
Yeah, Soulkey is making a lot of eco. But yeah, it's actually not going to be so aggressive. But look at Mini, like he's making 2 cannons when he doesn't need to. To be honest, I like Soulkey position right now, but let's not forget there is no tech for him. So yeah, we are going to need to see what Mini answer is to this.
Yeah, he's got the Hydrogen. I think he's got...
Oh, 2 Stargates.
Ooh, okay, double Stargate. But is this going to be even effective at all? Because like you said, there's no tech for Soulkey, so it's going to be mass Hydras for him with 5 hatch with big Econ going up against double Stargate.
Yeah, the thing is like, remember he wasn't really getting that much gas either.
Dude, okay, Soulkey was completely out of position. And look at +1, it's already done at 6 minutes. Holy smokes. So this could be dangerous. Drone drill's great. The Sunken's obviously very strong. Okay, Soulkey's going to hold this much better than I thought. The Overlords actually make it really hard to target down those drones with the Zealots. But this was a really fast +1 timing, but didn't get the damage that Mini was looking for.
Yeah, but it actually like forced more units when Soulkey was probably trying to get more eco. And also, like, look at this, he made way too many serlings, and he's now going to be facing 2 Stargates. So he doesn't have any that many Hydra Sailors to deal with the mass Corsairs. And remember, since he wasn't getting that much gas, his Hydra range is going to be delayed. So that is also important against mass Corsairs.
Yeah, and seeing that clump of Overlords at the natural does make me worried that if we have another Zealot attack where the Zealot can soak up the hits, we could see Soulkey get supply blocked in a heartbeat. There goes one of the Overlords. He's going to be stuck at 47 out of 45. More Corsairs being rallied across the map, already at 5 Corsairs. And we do have Citadel done, so speed should be kicking in, maybe in the next minute or so.
He's going to do a transition with a 1-to-1 timing, +1 attack and +1 armor on mass gateways and silos. And if he's actually able to keep a Soulkey Overlord, like being a supply block,
Yeah.
Soulkey is going to be in many troubles.
Yeah, and because of how fast he got +1, this +1 armor is going to be super fast also. If he instantly upgraded after his +1 completed, we're going to be looking at something like a 9-minute 1-1 timing. There's that Overlord clump that I was talking about. Even though he doesn't get the Overlords, they took a lot of damage, so he's got to be careful to keep those alive. That's like 5 of them all stacked up.
Yeah, the good thing for Soulkey here is that Mini didn't really make more coursers, because I believe he was at least on like 7 coursers. He could probably commit to kill the Overlords.
And then have another move out here. This is 8 Zealots. Remember, if he got +1 armor instantly, he could have that armor upgrade kick in the next 30 seconds or so. And those Overlords, remember, they're heavily damaged, so he may be able to actually cripple Soulkey here. Spire is done. I don't see any Scourge out just yet, though.
Oh, gonna lose 1 courser? No.
Nope, but the Zealots, they're going to top left. Now, I don't know if he'll be able to bust this because Lings are getting into position. Hydra and Sunken already set up, and the SimCity looks great up there.
Yeah, the thing is, like, he just needs the Zealots to tank a bit of damage and snipe Overlords. And that's probably good enough.
But does he want to commit is the question. If he was to lose this attack, I think Soulkey would be feeling really good about taking his 4th base. He'd obviously have massive production. He has his tech now. He's got Evolution Chamber himself to match the upgrades.
Yeah, Soulkey already sending a drone to take the 4th expansion. So I have to say Soulkey is in a really good shape in this game. And Mini is going straight towards server and mass gateways. You know what? I'm starting to believe Mini is not really planning to take a tier base.
Yeah, we'll have to see what the timing is. He's still just building up his massive army right now. I didn't actually see if +1 is done just yet for Mini, but that Forge is still spinning. He's got 4 Templars out already, banking up that energy for potentially double storm on all of them. Soulkey with the 4th base going up. He's really done a good job to keep his supply relatively high, but is this the moment to go in and get these Overlords? It looks like the answer is no.
Lurker Egg is blocking the entrance, Nyoken, so he can't really go in.
That's true. We've got the Observatory coming in, so the Observer timing is going to be pretty damn good relative to the Lurker timing. Another Overlord gets spotted, but overall, these Corsairs have not really done that much damage.
Yeah, there is a Spire now, there are Lurkers, Mini is already making Dragoons. Now, with these positions, I don't really know how easy or hard it's going to be for Mini to really make work on the wall, like killing the hatcheries, because of the high ground. Maybe with the Corsair and the server help, maybe it's going to be easier, but yeah, I'm really curious how he's going to deal with that wall.
Yeah, for sure. This seems like one of the maps that's going to be really hard to make work a bust, but maybe he can make some magic happen. Maybe he's just getting out a big army so he can safely take his 3rd and 4th base. Like if we see, like there's the potential 3rd right there, and we know the 4th is close by at top right, so he could double expand if he wants. The Overlords are actually kind of not that well defended up there. He may have finally found an opening, and he is going to get 1, 2... Oh, but he loses a Sair.
I mean, that was a lot of damage, like many Corsairs, and I mean many Overlords, and also killing a Scourge. I feel like the trade was good.
Yeah, he
But he loses Corsairs again.
Yeah, I think he's lost 3 Corsairs overall, but he did get 4 Overlords in that trade. Now, this is a huge army, 150 to 110, plus the supply block. That's extremely painful. But can he get through this SimCity with the Lurkers, with the Hydras? It doesn't look like there's actually that much defense. Remember, these Templars have a lot of energy, too. He can put down like 8 storms. Oh, he's got vision.
Lurker.
Oh, that Observer is so critical. He only has 1 and he lost it.
Yeah, Soulkey is making many Lurkers, so yeah, he needs more observers. This attack, the maximum he can do here is like really like clean the wall, like the hatchery, the Hydra Den, maybe the Evolution Chamber, but apart from that, I don't think he can do too much.
Yeah, look at this. Because he doesn't have any vision, he can't knock down the hatchery, can't knock down the Hydra Den or the Evolution Chamber. And meanwhile, we have this small counterattack. Could be annoying. It's actually going to shut down this base. Now, if Mini doesn't turn around and deal with this may put him all in.
The suspension was already super late, so now getting a cancel on it, yeah, Mini is actually in trouble.
Yeah, I think Mini recognizes it, so he's going to push the issue here. Once the hatchery and the hydrogen goes down, you think like maybe there's an opening to attack, but the lurker sunken combo is just so deadly. Look how many sunkens there are actually. There's like 3 at the behind the hatchery even. Good storms hit a lot of the lurkers, but all that's left over are dragoons.
You know what? Dragoons are pretty strong, but that's a lot of sunkens to deal with.
Yeah, all the zealots just got melted by the lurkers, and there's just so many sunkens, and now with Lings coming in through the back, you've got to feel like this attack has been denied. Mini, you got to be careful, man. You at least could retreat and save a lot of these expensive dragoons, but he's going to continue to attack here. I don't know if this is actually going to work because supplies are so close. There's no way this is going to work.
Those are zealots. They are going to melt.
Yeah, they're going to get melted, like you said. Oh, man, they just all got blown up. And this base gets denied too, so I think Mini, he thought he could win the game, overstepped, and now he gets pushed back. He's now going to be basically all in at this point because his third is continued to be denied. Meanwhile, if we look at top left, there's a ton of macro hatches up there. And also, I know Hive is either coming in or done by now.
Yeah, and he's about to mine out, man. He doesn't have... I feel like this is going to be it.
I think this is it. Also, I think this was Mini's last-ditch effort to try and win the game. The upgrades were really quick for Mini at 1-2, but if we looked at Soulkey's upgrades, his Hydra's upgrades are already equal at 2-1. So he matched the upgrades. He's got massive econ. He's got massive tech advantage. Now you're playing versus a Protoss that is basically mined out in their main and natural, struggling to get a third base.
Yeah, I don't really know. Like, I at this point, what are the options here? Really, like, Soulkey Eco is just way too healthy. He can go like 25 minutes, like playing like this.
Yeah, look at Mini's face cam. He realizes that he definitely is not necessarily dead just yet, but he's in big time trouble. You know, I was thinking, well, maybe Protoss can camp their way to victory. But if we look at Mini's gas, it's so low, like you can't even build effective units like Templars or Reavers because he's just so gas starved.
Just too much. Oh, wait.
Okay.
He's using units for free here.
Yeah, well, that's definitely something that he needs in order to get back into this game. You gotta remember, Tempest has a lot of high grounds all over the place, so there is potential that if Mini just stays on the back foot, maybe he could have some great engagements.
Yeah, the way to come back, double expansions, Nyoken.
Yep.
Remember that, double expansions, but like you say that Soulkey gay wise was like almost equal to Mini. Oh my god, look at Adrenaline, how fast he canceled the Nexus.
Yep, so that base died, and he definitely needs to double expand, but I don't know how you're going to be able to defend both expansions, because Zerg has legitimately like 10 hatches right now. I don't even know if Protoss has 10 gates, I don't think so. But yeah, the upgrades are also very stellar for Zerg, so all these units are hitting like trucks.
Not only that Soulkey can actually like take more expansions.
Yeah.
and many need to defend, so yeah. I don't know, man. Maybe a drop that kill, you know, like many drones or something like that with the DT. But I don't even see a shutter in the map, so...
Well, I can tell you that this attack that Mini's about to make, this is not going to work. If the first time it didn't work, it's not going to work now that there's potentially Dark Swarm on the field, but he's going to go for it. There's no Spore Colony this time to deny vision. Maybe the Templars can get out the storms that they need, but you can see that the Zealots, they're just so fragile versus the Lurkers. All the Zealot meat shields are already gone, and Soulkey knows he's going to hold, so he just goes for a counterattack.
Yeah, is that the expansion from Minions Pulse? Because if that is the case, we are about to see a GG. Well, he's losing the main army again, so we're going to see a GG.
Yep, there it is. And that was a critical win for Soulkey, because remember, in that stat at the beginning of the cast, it mentioned the player that wins set 1 has 100% of the time won the finals. So that's good news for Soulkey fans.
It's a good start for the series, Nyoken.
Yeah. And that was really good defense there, too, from Soulkey. I think if it was a different map where he's not able to so easily defend all the bases, you know, maybe Mini could have actually busted through the natural. But yeah, you can see Mini's response here. He's not liking what he's seeing in the replay.
Yeah, now thinking about this game, like the move he did with the silos early on, that didn't pay off.
Yeah. And I thought it would because he had 5 of them with +1 so quickly. Also, remember, the Lings were out of position, but that one Sunken did so much work. The drone drill was amazing, and also the Overlords just sitting over top of the drones meant that Mini couldn't focus them down, so he couldn't trade Zealots for drones and get any value really at all.
By the way, if we actually saw some rivers here, I feel like Soulkey will be in so much trouble.
Yeah, this is why I thought this map we would see more Reaver play, because how do you engage into Reavers with this type of move? Lurkers? No, like they'll just get blown up by the Reavers and Goons. Sunkens obviously can't move, but didn't see it this time.
Another thing I think he made a mistake is like not bringing the coursers to tank damage from the Spore and to give vision as well.
Yeah. Okay. I wonder what that screenshot is from. But that's a good picture right there. I like that one. So I think we're gonna be going into a break, if I'm correct. Can't imagine us going straight into game 2. Yeah, we're gonna go into a break, and then we'll be back with game 2, which you can see is La Campanella. All right, we are back. We had an interview with Soulkey there. And we're going to be getting into game 2 now. Soulkey up 1-0. That's good news for Soulkey fans. And it's also going to be Soulkey's map pick. He picked La Campanella.
Yeah, if I'm honest with you, I don't see like a huge deal that many lose that map. Um, because it's a big map pool. So in the end, these guys they have to play almost every map. So you actually decide what map you get in to play first or not. Maybe you are confident, maybe you are not. But that is true as well that I have seen in many interviews that these guys prepare the most for the first game.
Yeah, first map is generally the most important. You really want to start off on a good footing there. Also a big confidence booster. But I'm still a believer that Mini can strike the comeback. Maybe he can break the, not necessarily the curse or jinx, but the blessing that generally the winner of ASL has. Winning the first map leads to success and winning of the whole series.
I remember one final. I believe it was Jadon against Fantasy. Fantasy was leading it like 2-0 or something. And Jadon saying in the interview, no, I was playing like super relaxed. I didn't even like think I was playing a final until I was down 0-2. And then I realized, oh, I'm about to lose. I better focus.
Yeah, you better get it together, dude. Well, we're getting ready to get into game 2. Can Soulkey go up 2-0? Or will Mini strike back and even up the score 1-1? Okay, in the top right, Arjun gets Soulkey, and in the bottom left, we've got Mini. So we've got cross spawn here, basically the same scenario as that epic effort versus free game. So we're hoping that we can have another epic one on this big map.
Yeah. Soulkey did 11 hatchery last game. But yeah, I asked myself if he's going to try a hatchery first. Not necessarily like taking it in the standard national, but maybe taking the close one expansion to him. Doing a hatchery first could be a good option as well. And look at Mini, man. Mini actually is scouting so early this time and with 2 workers. I believe he's doing that to be able to do Nexus first.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. If there was a forge there and it was a fast scout like that, you'd be thinking he's going for a cannon rush. But not going to be the case. And he'll be right here. Unfortunately for him, it's a last scout. But he will get to see that it is going to be a 12 hatch. And he will be able to respond with 12 Nexus himself. However, look at this.
He's sending the 2 workers.
Yeah, why? Why both?
He's going to jump the worker to behind the minerals.
But he doesn't have a forge. Oh, he's got to hide. He's got to hide the probe. Oh my gosh. He actually did it. Oh, but he already knows. He's already like, dude, that second probe, that's late.
No, I believe he saw the pylon, right? That pylon is in vision, Nyoken.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually surprised that he lit that one complete. Oh, it's a fake.
Here?
It's a fake. Yeah, we know there's no forge. Well, okay. I realize that Soulkey committed a lot to this, pulling a lot of drones, but also you got to consider that Mini wasn't mining with 2 probes for a long time. Now this probe is stuck. Like, he's not getting back.
But these drones are behind the minerals now.
Yeah, but he can at least jump one of them back. And remember, that topside mineral can get mined out pretty quickly. Like, this probe, though, he's stuck unless he makes this move. Wow, I can't believe it. That was so slick. Okay, double probe attack onto the drone. You thought 1 probe was bad enough, but what about 2?
Only that, man. Oh my god. Oh my god, he didn't kill it.
Well, he's not done yet. He wants it.
Oh, there are ceremonies now, so he probably need to just like send at least one worker back because this doesn't make any sense anymore. But look at the tier archery timing, it's so delayed.
Yeah, and again, just like the Invader game, these lings, they're instead of going across the map, they're dealing with a pylon, which means he actually got away with Nexus before cannon.
Wait. Well, the thing is, like, this is not totally bad for Soulkey because now he only need to defend one entrance.
Yeah, that's true. It's also not terrible for Mini either because he got, his natural up and running so quickly. Soulkey lost a lot of mining time with those 4 drones. I think in situations like this, you gotta favor Mini because he's the type of player that just thrives in these situations where the timings are all thrown off. He plays out of them so well. It's gonna be hard for Soulkey to realize like where he is in this game state.
Yeah, but layer timing is actually so fast. Like,
Yeah.
Look at Mini, he's starting in Cyber Court right now. Like Spire is going to be so fast.
Yeah, he may be able to outright kill them with the Mutalisk because by the time the Stargate is up and running, they potentially could have like 1 Sarah versus 5 Mutas, I guess. Cybernetics is only halfway done. We do have the 3rd hatch coming down for Soulkey. It's at that back base, so it's pretty safe versus anything that Protoss throws at it.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, he doesn't have the gas for the Spire. So he's like probably right now like trying to balance the minerals and because like how the game started, his eco was just too poor. So in the end, like Spire is not going to be like super fast either.
Ooh.
Oh, this is the build I was expecting for this map. Like from the get-go, and now finally we're going to see it. So cool.
Yep, the legendary Sarah Reaver opener is what it looks like it's gonna be. This type of style, you almost never see it. It's like literally like, I don't even know if it's a 1% chance to see it. We just never see it on any of the maps. So cool to see that it is finally gonna be coming out here on La Campanella.
By the way, I don't really understand that hatchery, Nyoken.
Yeah.
Behind the minerals.
I was thinking the same thing. Well, now he's got 2 of them.
I hope he tested this, man. Because like if all the units are boogieing behind the minerals against Reaver, we are done.
Yeah, for sure they're going to be done. At least he's going to have, I guess, close rally point for the incoming Reaver drop at the mid-right base. So I guess that could be something to consider. But those 2 zealots...
but to get the units from that position to the main, that is going to be so insane.
Yeah, that's going to be impossible. But we do have actually, Mini, I guess, figured that the Spire was faster than it actually was. So we actually have double cannon coming down, both in the mineral lines. Corsair's going to scout, and he's going to get a whiff of everything that Soulkey's doing.
Oh man, there are not that many drones in that tier, by the way. Oh, he's the first Corsair. He's not even to scout the hatcheries or the tech or anything.
Yeah, he's going to be worried now. Yeah, he instantly goes into double Stargate because what he saw at the 3rd base was low drone count. Drones were actually being transferred. So he thought that the mutas are going to be on their way, but we actually see that there isn't any mutas, at least not just yet. There's just a couple Scourge.
To be fair, when you are doing like a river opening, it totally like makes sense to go to a Staircase anyway. That is probably the play.
Yeah. You definitely got to protect those Reavers. Like, if you don't, I mean, where's your actual damage coming from? So no shocker to see the double Stargate, but we actually have Hydroden already done. And it's still, what is this, 5 hatch production for Zerg? So it's going to be 6 hatch production from Zerg. So it's going to be a huge ground army pretty soon.
Yeah, if Mini actually accumulates like 2 shuttles or anything like that and like force multitasking, I can see Soulkey in troubles. It's just like the production is just like under the behind the minerals like that. It's just too many troubles.
Yep, well, it all comes down to this. It comes down to how effective can these Scourge be versus the Corsairs and the shuttle? There's not that many Corsairs with that shuttle. Yeah, you better turn around, dude. That was dangerous.
Indeed. If you lose the shuttle, that is almost like game.
Yeah, it's probably over because he spent so much resources on these Sairs and to rush the Robo like this. The Ling will spot the shuttle, so he should know what this is. Now, you have a lot of good options versus Sair Reaver. You can go for Mutas with armor. You can go for Hydras. You can go burrowed Hydras. I've also seen that be effective.
Oh.
He wants it.
Oh my god.
And he's also doing this without speed on the shuttle. That makes it even more dangerous.
This is actually ballsy to go out like that without shuttle speed. Well, it's done now.
Oh, there it is. Yep. Okay, no Scourge connections, but there's more. Oh! I can't believe those didn't connect. And that means that actually the Reaver will get there, but shuttle or Hydras are in position.
Yeah. But this is shuttle speed, so he can abuse mobility here.
Yeah, but every second that passes means that the Hydra count gets higher and higher. And once there's a certain amount of Hydras, the Reaver just isn't going to work anymore. The supplies are pretty much dead even. I like what Vinny's doing, taking his own third base. The Scourge spots it, though, so he sees that. That's
yeah,
the
but he need to chill Nyoken. This is not like a fast thing to do. He need to take his time. As long as he like accumulates shuttles and Reavers, he can do damage.
Yeah.
He can really like blunder trying to kill 2 drones. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Well, we got double shuttle, and remember, okay, I like this move with the Hydras on the high ground. Wow, he's actually going to commit to it. There is double Reaver. He's lost one of them already. That one, oh my gosh, almost dies. So I'm not. I can't remember whether if that was the shuttle that loaded up the Reaver or not. But one of the shuttles goes down. One of the Reavers is gone. Okay, he did save one Reaver. We'll get. Okay, he gets a good amount of drones there. That's a nice connection. But he loses a lot of zealots for that.
Yeah. He didn't make like the how it's called to make the web.
Yeah.
The arbiter building. How is called that?
The Fleet Beacon for Disruption Web?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, you know, Fleet Beacon almost never used in Protoss versus Zerg, but Disruption Web is actually amazing. I hope we get to see it. And we're not, because we're going straight into Citadel as the follow-up.
Is this a drop?
It looks like it's gonna be a drop, but there's so many Corsairs, this could really backfire.
And probably mini feels it, because he's like actually patrolling that island right now.
Yeah, I wonder if he'll do like a fake drop into the main to try and draw the units out of position, and then drop the third base at the same time. Shuttle is gonna move out, but once these Corsairs get spotted, that could maybe trigger Soulkey to go for the third base.
Yeah, look at this, and he knows that the Corsairs are far, because there is an overlord in the main, and he's not getting killed.
Oh, there he goes. He's gonna load him up. You've done moved out of position, sir, and it's time to get punished. That's a big hit with the shuttle. Ends up saving the Reaver. Cannons complete in the nick of time, and there's 4 Zealots here. If the Zealots get on top of these Hydras, he should be able to hold this. Probe drill is good, and actually this is not gonna work, and that's a lot of Overlords to get taken down right there too.
Yeah.
Oh, he missed him.
It was solid play by Mini, defending and killing that expansion. This is huge.
Okay, he unloads the shuttle, but okay, dropping the main at the same time. Actually, those Corsairs did not deal with the incoming drop. 1 Reaver dies. Okay, I don't think he's going to get a lot of damage here, but Reaver and Zealots coming to save the day, plus the Corsairs. Looking at the supply, he can afford to lose a couple of Overlords here and still be okay. But this is a wild game because Mini took down that 4th base.
He loses a lot of farming. He loses the expansion. Soulkey is in troubles.
Well, supplies are still pretty even though Mini's got 3 bases. I'm sitting here wondering, how does he get a 4th base himself? Like, I realize there's one close by, but there's just gonna be so many Hydras. It's gonna be hard to get through that.
It's like Grace looking for Protoss here.
Oh yeah, that's something to also consider. He's been focusing so much on the Stargate and Reaver production. His upgrades are probably lacking. I didn't see any armor upgrades for his Zealots. I don't even know if he has weapon upgrade at all.
Yeah. So depending on the grades, he's going to have a timing or not. And Soulkey, man, he has just so much map control. Look at this.
Ooh, that's a big hit by Hydras. That will alleviate a few units. Zealot, okay, now he has speed, just getting that kicked in. His gateway count seems like it's at just 5, so not a lot of production for Mini. And again, he's going to have another attack with the shuttle. The drop went unspotted.
Ooh.
Now, I think there are actually lurkers mixed in with this drop, so this could deal devastating damage.
Yeah, I didn't see any on server so far.
Okay, there's a Reaver here. This is good defense. Yep, there's a lurker. You gotta be careful. Okay. Reaver's moving up. Gotta watch that lurker, though. He's going to the natural mineral line. Okay, Zealot's come to save the day. And, okay, this was cleaned up real quick, actually. Oh, what? He got both Reavers. That's such an expensive loss.
It is. It was such a good clean until he lost the 2 rivers.
Yeah. Man, those lurkers are really upgraded, too. They already have +2 weapon. Look at that. Just +1 weapon for a Protoss. This is really not good news for Protoss fans. Upgrade severely lacking. Another drop into the main. I don't think this is going to do the damage he's looking for, but we do have a DT moving across the map, and Overlords are spread all everywhere, but I don't think there's actually an Overlord at top middle.
Mini have to say, like, the defense has been excellent so far. He's been dealing with every drop. But he's lacking right now eco. He's probably lacking upgrades. And he's lacking a lot of High Templars. Because if at least he didn't lose that many rivers, but I have count already that he lose like a minimum of 4 rivers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's lost quite a lot, but he's done a good job with the drops, and now he's up 30 supply. This could buy him time to get up his 4th base, which he desperately needs to get because he's about to be mined out in his main and his natural. I also like how Mini has a lot of gas. He's got 900 gas, so even though he doesn't have very many Templars right now, you know, those 3 Templars can turn into 10 very quickly, and there goes 2 more coming out. Oh, that's a second Cybernetics! Is this carriers?
Are you sure it was a cybernetic?
Was it I thought it was a Cybernetics. Was it a Forge, maybe?
I think I saw a Forge.
Okay, maybe I misread. I got my microphone over top of the icon, so I guess I misread there. Next is coming down as the 4th, or at the bottom left for a 4th base.
This is a huge army, so Soulkey is not going to be able to attack this easily. And since there are river in the mix, a swarm is not going to be that effective either. So yeah, like Plague has to be the move, like, for sure. But look at Soulkey, like Soulkey actually, what do you expect next as a Soulkey like, position here?
Yeah, it's gonna be tough to take top middle, like with the Reaver play there. If he tries to go bottom right.
Oh my god, you are showing off.
Yeah, the turnaround shots from the Sayers are really sick. The supplies are still even though, but Soulkey's Hive is kind of slow, so even though he's maxed out and we see some wings coming in, they don't have that powerful adrenaline upgrade. Sayer finally gets taken out, but Mini's on the offensive now. However, there's a billion lurkers in the center of the map. I'm not sure if he'll be able to get through.
I really hope he doesn't commit to attack like this, Nyoken. I don't think this is the move.
Yeah.
I feel like he should play the position and just like try to keep Soulkey on 4 bases and go from there. Maybe taking a new island expansion with a shuttle. But please don't commit and lose your whole army.
Well, he does have the Reavers. We were talking about how good they could have been last game. But if he's going to try and commit to this, he needs to make sure that he does not bleed off his Zealots. We've got a Ling counterattack, but like I said, these Lings are not especially strong right now. The Reaver gets loaded up, and actually, Mini not going to commit. He is just going to back off.
Okay, good scene, good scene. I feel like there was potential for him to snipe the Stratter from Soulkey, but he didn't really do it. And yeah, Soulkey, look at it, taking the bottom expansion. As long as Mini doesn't scout it, I can see that working. But the moment Mini scout that and just like send shuttles with rivers, it's going to be very easy to kill.
Yeah, and as you say that, he instantly spots it, and you can see both players realizing that they both send huge army down to bottom right to try and save and slash try and kill it. Mini actually, okay, he found overlords. He's gonna try and pop some of these overlords instead of trying to kill bottom right. That is so many losses.
That's a lot of overlords. He's supply block enough right now. Look at it. He's already like, he can kill these hatcheries with the rivers.
Yeah, and the Reaver has the 25 damage upgrade, so it's gonna die real fast. Damn! Those Corsairs are dealing so much damage, but actually Lings end up cleaning up the Reavers, but Soulkey is mega supply blocked right now.
And Soulkey need to make like 100 overlords and probably two extra 200 overlords because he's going to keep losing overlords.
Yeah. Corsairs are really racking up a lot of damage. Double Archon gonna go finish the job at bottom right. Don't think any amount of Lings are gonna kill that. Top left seems like there was a probe up there and that's gonna be denied.
Yeah, and you know what? Mini actually should take the time, try to take the new island with a shuttle, man, and just get that secure, that new expansion already, and just don't wait to get, like mine out and panic spending.
Yeah, we see Soulkey double expanding right now. He's got top middle, top left going up. If Soulkey or if Mini commits to top left to try and deny this base, Soulkey could go for a massive counterattack. He doesn't necessarily need to save this base, particularly at top left, but instead he just engages with these lurkers and they end up getting cleaned up. Mini actually taking a surprising base. He's going to take bottom middle. Now, did you notice those Sayers are quite low? There's only 3 remaining. I don't know what happened to the other, 10.
Yeah, but I see Soulkey lose many lurkers to a storm. That is not good. It's not a good trade.
This looks like it's actually a decent, not decent, looks like a good position to me for Soulkey. He's got maxed out army, basically. Sayer count is not huge anymore. Yes, I realize Protoss has an amazingly strong army right now, but Protoss doesn't have much mining because third base is going to mine out soon. His mate is natural, basically gone. He's basically on 2 bases right now. He desperately needs to get a third one.
Yeah, but Soulkey can really attack this expansion, right?
Yeah. That's a lot of Archons also. Wow, that's a lot of Archons. And he's even starting to get shield upgrades, so that's great for him. Look how many Archons there are. There's 7 Archons in that army, and there's 2 at bottom right.
Yeah, so it's not going to be easy to engage his army, and since Soulkey now is split, there is potential to do a counterattack.
Okay, Reaver unloads, but these types of fights are so hard to make work with the Darkstorm, Lurker, Ling, just being everywhere. But the power of this Protoss army is immense. It is so high value. 7 Archons, Reaver, almost no Zealots mixed in, just goons.
By the way, Soulkey is also not that big in resources right now, Nyoken.
Yeah. Look at upgrades though for Soulkey. 3-2 on his Lurkers, 2-2 on his Lings. I think Soulkey should be able to saturate all these bases that he's taking at top left. He's taken all 3 of them, really.
Oh, Soulkey didn't scout the bottom base.
Yeah. He doesn't realize that this is being taken.
And since he has Zerlings in that position, he probably just assumed there is nothing there.
Yeah. But look at this comp from Protoss. So many Archons, so many Reavers. This is just insane value. Oh my goodness. Loses it.
Yeah. If Mini can really like deny the top position, the top left position, he needs to actually make sure he's taking the bottom. That's the only change in this game.
Yeah.
He actually needs to make sure he's defending that.
We're going to have another attack from Mini. I don't know if you're going to be able to get through this. The Lurker Ling setup has not moved pretty much at all. Darkstorm going to come down. But remember, he still has these Reavers.
Play on the
He
Reavers.
needs to play. Oh my goodness, that's huge damage.
Funny enough, he doesn't have that many High Templars.
Yeah, he's really been focusing completely on just Archons. And it's actually a good comp, because right now that I don't think there's that many Hydras. Okay, well, there's a decent amount, but there's still a lot of Lings.
Yeah.
Damn.
Soulkey also, like, he can take all the top side, but
He got the shuttle, and he got one of the Reavers in it. I don't think actually Mini can push through this. Like, the Lurker Ling setup is just too strong. It's getting to the point where, well, should Mini actually switch off of this? Like, should he start going Arbiter or, you know, Air or something? Because he's just not able to bust through anywhere. Should he go, like, mass shuttles?
no, I think you need to try to take more expansions. It's just like too difficult to attack each other right now. It's actually so hard for Soulkey to control his whole army, and for Mini it's also super hard to attack into this.
Alright, well, I've seen some crazy games with Mini when he does try and split the map. So hopefully he'll do so, trying to take his natural at bottom right, and then even taking the third base at bottom right. He's got so many bases right now. What is this, 6 bases versus Zerg sitting on 7 bases, soon to be 8 bases? Almost every base has been taken on the map already.
By the way, if Mini loses this army
Yeah.
and he's not set up with all the expansions secure, it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
game over.
Oh yeah, 100% it's game over. You're not rebuilding this army that Mini has. Like, this is one of the times where I wish I had that StarCraft 2 graphic that shows you the army value, because this army value is nuts.
Yeah, but no, my point is that if he's losing this position, there is no recovery. But if at least he was like set up with cannons and defense and rivers on the expansions, you can come back from that. Like, at least it's not game over. But if you lose right now and you are not secure, that's it. That's the game.
Yeah, that would 100% be the game, especially versus a Zerg that has like, what is it, 12 hatches or something crazy. But again, Mini's going to try and make magic happen, but this just isn't going to work. He's just going back and forth, but he needs to get that bottom right base up and running. But at the same time, it's not like Soulkey's gaining ground either. He's just throwing some units here and there, but at least Soulkey's banking up a huge bank.
Yeah, but you can bank a lot of minerals, but
Ooh.
in the end you need to deal with the Protoss army,
Yeah.
and dealing with that is not going to be easy.
Yep. And again, we have another engagement. Lurkers. Actually, a lot of Lurkers are clumped up. The storms are amazing. He's hitting a lot of them. The Archon not able to get through that one Lurker at the under the orange cloud, though. Reavers got plagued. Got to be careful. Here comes the counter.
Attack from Soulkey.
Yep, here comes the counter. And those cannons are not set up.
You know what? He's going to cancel that expansion.
Yeah, he's going to deny it. And look how much is moving into position. There's going to be Lurkers set up here. There's going to be Darkstorm set up here. And will Soulkey be able to breach this base? I don't see Defiler. That's a huge storm. And there's the Defilers now coming in. He tries to get rid of them, but 2 of them remain.
Oh, that river was the most useless river in this game.
Darkstorm goes down, but Reavers are here to save the day. This attack is going to be denied. Both players took a lot of damage. Actually, this Darkstorm really helping a lot to knock down a lot of the cannons. Look at the Lurker Egg morph to buy some time.
Yeah, but the attack is clean.
Yep.
That was a good army lose by Soulkey, but at least he delayed the expansion. I don't think that is enough. Like, you don't really want to lose a huge army like that just to delay an expansion. And I don't know, he lost many lurkers as well.
Yeah, heavy tech units for both sides being lost. The Reavers are still not alive. It gets taken down finally.
Yeah, I'm thinking if Soulkey can do like a big drop here. Is there like any place exposed?
Well, I'm getting worried for these Archons because they took a lot of damage, and Archons, you know, they don't have the greatest armor. Shields take 100% damage from all sources, and we see that.
Yeah, imagine a Protoss doing many shield batteries and
Yeah.
putting shields in these Archons. What a move, huh?
Shield batteries are definitely underappreciated. They would be very helpful right now. We've got another huge army. Soulkey, he really wants to deny this base. There's so much Zerg here. I don't think Protoss can hold this. A lot of the Goons are going to die. All the Archons are going to die. There's not that much Storm available. Just one left. Mini, he's not reinforcing.
There are shots coming. I don't know what is inside. Reavers that are going to die for free.
Oh, dude. Look at the supply. Soulkey, he's starting to run away with it now.
Not only that, many lose all the shuttles, so there is no connection now between these bases. I feel like the bottom right expansion now is exposed. It's free to kill.
Yeah, it looks like Soulkey's actually done it. If we look at what Preuss is mining with, he still has his mid-left base, but that's going to be pretty low. Bottom left should be mining out, somewhat soon. I guess really all that's really healthy is bottom middle and bottom right, but you're never getting your natural at bottom right anymore. Oh, he actually didn't even have that many probes down at bottom middle.
Yeah, there are no connections between these bases, so it's pretty exposed right now.
Yeah, and
there's a big drop also coming to that base, Nyoken.
yeah, and bottom right, he doesn't have like any probes there, like almost none. So Mini, he's really low on resources. You can see his gas. I mean, he still has decent gas income, but it's nothing like it was before. And like you said, there's a big drop, or at least a lot of overlords coming to bottom right. He really wants to kill this base, but really, he doesn't even have to kill this base. He can just sit here and Dark Swarm forever and just make sure that the natural's never taken.
Do you see the Defiler? I don't see a Defiler.
I think what Soulkey's been doing is sending Defiler in his Overlord, but yeah, there's no Defiler right now. Lurker is still going to trade pretty well. Maybe not, actually. Those are going so tanky.
Well, that's a lot of army that just died.
Yeah. Oh, that's the move that Mini needed. He's going to save his natural. He's going to lose this base, I'm pretty sure. But at least he'll be able to retake this natural. Oh, actually, he might save it because Reaver's coming in here. Ends up saving the majority of the workers, too. Okay.
It was a really good trade for him, but still need to spend. And I mean, that the army from Mini is not looking that inspiring right now.
Yeah. Even though Mini's almost maxed, it just seems like Soulkey has such a better comp. And Soulkey's even expanding towards that third base that Mini really wants. This Archon comp plus Reaver, really deadly. Good storm there. Can he get rid of the Defiler? Not before the Dark Swarm comes down.
Now with this reverse play, they are going to be easier to kill. And you know what, Nyoken, I think like Soulkey should be like spending already in the mid.
Yeah, he could. Well, again, another massive worker contained. Again, cutting off bottom right. Oh. Oh! Both of the Reavers dying in that shuttle. The Lurkers also have free reign over this assimilator, so that gas is going to be denied. I think we're
just a huge swarm. I think Soulkey is about to end this.
Yeah, I think we are moments away from seeing the second game head over Soulkey's way. The army is very powerful from Mini, but he doesn't have unlimited storms, whereas the Zerg does have pretty much unlimited Hydroling Lurker. The Archons are forced to retreat back into bottom right.
Yeah, to be honest, Soulkey, just like contain him. You don't really need to keep the bottom base. It's already used. Don't waste time on that.
Yeah, and actually, look at this. So we do have a hatchery in the middle, so Soulkey will be mining there at some point.
Yeah, I feel like now that the island is also exposed, just take down that one.
Yep.
And probably just like content yourself with containing the protoss like this.
Look
and
at
it's
that.
probably going to be a secure win.
Oh my gosh, the Leapfrog, Dark Swarm, and he's doing exactly what you said. He's loading up to shut this down. Mini's, you can see that his rally point no longer has, the 100 million Archons. We actually see more Zealots being mixed in now, but those are not what you want versus mass Lurkers.
Oh.
Are you gonna die? This base is gonna die.
I mean, rivers are pretty good, but it's just too much army from the third player.
Yeah, and Zerg has a massive bank behind it too. It's 4K, 3K. He's got the middle, he's got third base at bottom right. Doesn't have it mining just yet, but he can mine it.
Yeah, like if I was Soulkey, I would just like make double Ultralisk cover and just like made 20 ultras and just to troll and finish it that way.
Pretty good. Yeah, Mini running out of steam now. Comp is not nearly as strong. Plague is more devastating now.
Yeah, now that Mini lose all these expansions and he was never really able to secure the bottom right natural. I don't really see an option because like he doesn't have an army. And like he's making silos at this moment of the game that are going to get plagued and just like get killed in few seconds.
Yeah, they just get murdered by lurkers. In fact, almost all those zealots die there to what, 5 lurkers? And look at just all the stuff that Zerg has. Plague, half the army, Reavers are isolated, there's no shuttle to help save them, and this is most likely going to be it, unless the storms are amazing. But even if the storms are amazing, all it does is delay the inevitable. Mini just doesn't have the econ anymore, whereas Zerg is still on 4-base mining.
Yeah, he has the cross, so he can just like, you know, trade resources at this point, and eventually he's going to win anyway.
Mini, he's got to secure the right side. He's trying to bust through here. The lurkers have just done so much damage. It's just crazy how much value they get. Soulkey consistently reinforcing this position. More and more stuff coming in. More Hydras, more Link.
Yeah.
Okay, well, actually that's a big army from the backside.
Yeah, but he's getting contained.
Yeah. And he still doesn't know about this 3rd base at bottom right. Like, he doesn't know that Zerg even took that.
He's losing so many Archons, High Tempest. He's gonna lose the Reaver as well. No, never mind. Nice pick.
Well, Mini is holding on. His comp is quite strong now with the 8 Archons. A lot of Templars. Not much else other than that. But he at least has a formidable army right here, right now.
Yeah, I usually don't like ultras in this CVP matchup. They are just way too expensive. But I mean, it could be a really good way to end this game, like ultras.
Okay. You know, I was actually thinking, you know, you could get Guardians and just sit over the ledge. Like, what's he gonna do? He only
Well,
has...
that is true too.
Yeah.
Why that could be a really good option.
Yeah, like Archons, they don't have the greatest range. I realize Mini still has a lot of Templars, but every time he casts a Storm, you know, Guardians are tanky. They're not dying to one Storm. But Mini finds this 3rd base, and this is a tiny choke point. Maybe he can get a good trade here. Okay, he's gonna kill this. More lurkers, Defiler, Dark Swarm, good storms, but now these units are locked in.
Yeah.
Well, he's taking the
He
shuttle.
killed the expansion, but at what cost, Nyoken?
Yep, he's gonna lose his expansion.
Everything.
He can't get out. I don't think he can get out. He's trying to get out. Okay, Reaver. Okay, those are big hits. Is he gonna get out? Damn. How many Reavers have we seen this game? Like 30? Oh, look at the supplies. I just realized. Down 100 supply almost.
Man, he's not even using the cross.
He doesn't need it. Well, I think Mini finally has been broken. He's trying to go for a small Zealot counterattack at top left. That's denied. You can see camera of Mini. He realizes the writing is on the wall. And that means that Soulkey, he is moments away from being up 2-0 in this series.
What a very solid game by Soulkey, man. Swarming to the victory. GG.
Yeah, this was a sick game. And this is the type of game that you were hoping to see all season long on La Campanella. You knew it could deliver epic games, and we finally got to see one in the finals.
To be fair with Mini, I think he played very good. Like,
Yeah.
he at some point he was even defending Soulkey drops and counter-attacking and killing the 4 expansion from Soulkey. So I probably need to rewatch the game to see what exactly went so wrong for him. I guess like he just like lose way too many rivers.
Yeah, Reavers are super expensive. You know, the 200, 100, then you factor in the shuttle cost, and then you factor in, you know, the Scarab cost, and he also got the Scarab upgrade. Yeah, he lost just 1 billion Reavers, but I agree, Mini played very well. I also liked his unit comp. There are a lot of times when I watch PvZ where it goes split map, and the Protoss still has, you know, like 30 Zealots, and I'm just watching him get plagued over and over. I'm like, man, this is this just looks brutal for Protoss. But at least when Mini had, 15 Archons, Plague isn't that effective. But in the end, it still didn't even matter. Despite having so many heavy tech units, Soulkey just had way too much econ and way too much stuff.
Yeah, it was just too much. And to be fair with Soulkey, like he did well. He denied the bottom expansion, the bottom right expansion that Soulkey was trying to take. Um, but yeah, somehow Soulkey sneaked and took like top left, and from there just like it was a different game. The army was just too huge. Soulkey didn't really commit to engage Mini. Mini was trying to exchange powers with the storms and trying to trade that way, but I don't think he really did too much either. So in the end, it was just like this army is growing and not really attacking each other.
Yeah, when Soulkey got top left, he like triple expanded also, and then he saturated like all of them at the same time. Whereas when we kept looking at bottom right and bottom middle of Mini, like yes, he had those bases, but how many probes did he actually have there? Every time we got a look, it didn't seem like he had that many. So I'm not sure if maybe if he had better saturation, maybe he could have kept up.
That
I
is
don't
true. I
know.
think the semi island didn't have a good saturation at
Yeah.
all. It was only few workers.
Yeah, and even bottom right, I remember seeing something like 5 or 6. Like there really just wasn't much there. I mean, I'm not sure if it would have mattered because Mini was maxed for a long time. So having those additional resources, I'm not sure if it would have actually mattered in the end. But Soulkey played out of his mind. It was a weird game from the get go with the double probe scout. The pulling up the 5 drones, but he responded pretty perfectly.
Yeah. Overall, I feel like they both like they play a really good game. Um, and I feel like just like the game, it was a game of details.
Yeah.
Like like very small mistakes in this game, by the way. Um, and yeah, like I'm glad Soulkey won that, and it was a really solid play by him. Um, I'm glad that the hatcheries behind the minerals worked. I was so worried that Soulkey will, Mini will exploit that with mass rivers drops, something that actually he didn't do. Like at some point he attacked with 2 shuttles, but it was like 4 silos and 2 rivers. Was
Yeah.
that the play?
Yeah, I think so. And one of the Reavers instantly died.
I
Yeah.
was actually talking about like, please don't commit and lose the rivers. Like, just like try to accumulate them and like get value. Like, you do nothing just losing the shuttles like that. And the rivers, it's just too much.
Yeah, the early game Reavers acted like you said, they didn't get much value. Of course, the mid game and late game Reavers, yeah, they were trading really well, but I agree. The early ones just did not pack the punch that I was expecting. Except for that Reaver drop to top middle. You remember where he killed the fourth base? I actually thought that was going to be a game-changing move in Protos's favor, but Soulkey had a good response with the counter drops himself.
Yeah, the thing is like, he sniped the shuttle like instantly. So the rivers die for free.
Yeah. Yeah, there were so many shuttle snipes that game. Soulkey did an amazing job to limit the damage that the Reavers could actually do.
And Caster Park with that hot 6-0 burn.
Yeah.
He's on fire right now.
He is on fire. And we're going to go into a break and then we'll be back in a few minutes. Hey, we are back, and Soulkey is up 2-0 in the series. Mini really on the back foot now. We've got Dark Origin, I think is our third map, and so far in ASL, Zerg has done very well on this map. But I think Mini can strike back because even though in both games he lost, he still looked pretty damn good, especially in La Campanella.
Yeah. I feel like in the first game he didn't look that good, to be honest. But he can. Yeah, I feel like that origin for him it can be very interesting, especially the way he plays. Can be very aggressive to that tier expansion of the third player attacking from the high ground. Um, and he really need to win this one. By the way, he doesn't really want to go like 0-3 and come back from that.
Yeah, that's going to be a nightmare to come back from at that point. It's going to be near impossible, and the fourth map is going to be Soulkey's pick. So this is a crucial map for him. I think. What do you think he needs to do here? Like, can the Forge or 12 Nexus expand work on Dark Origin? Does he need to go into gateway play and just bring a lot of pressure?
I will say probably gateway expansion and try to get some value with the silos or at least like force many serlings and like put like a really good timing later on. But yeah, a gateway opening for sure. And but I fear that Soulkey is also like predicting that because so far we have seen many doing very early scouts, pylon scouts, and going straight to Forge or well in the last game was Nexus, but he bring two workers to be able to do that. So
Yeah.
like Bill otherwise like do you remember against Effort like how greedy he was playing, and now against Soulkey he's like actually doing totally the contrary. He's playing the most safe he can.
Yeah, that's true. It is completely different. So I agree. I think we need to see the gateway opener. But like you said, I think Soulkey's going to read that exactly as the case. So he should be able to come up with a good gateway counter. What do you think is the best move to that? Like overpool or something along those lines?
Um, do you mean like counter for the gateway first?
Yeah, for the
Well, it's
gateway
either
first.
11 hatchery or 9 pull speed.
Okay, 9 pool speed. That's a very aggressive opener. I guess we could see that.
And sometimes people tend to do like 10 hatchery, like that's extremely hard counter. But if your opponent is not doing gateway expansion, then you are probably behind.
Okay. So maybe don't
Because
want
the
to risk it.
intention is to kill your opponents with Serlings.
Okay, so maybe don't want to risk it with the 10 hatch there, but we'll see what both players want to come up with. And these are the people that were doing the praying earlier, and I feel like these are the same people that had that baseball reference with was it Chan Ho Park? I think I remember he used to be a Korean Dodgers baseball player. So not
Is that
sure.
actually a real priest?
I doubt it. I don't know, but it must be some type of meme here. Not sure exactly what they're referencing. I don't know what this is about. Do they think Minnie and him look the same? I don't think so. What are we doing here? I don't see it. I'm not seeing the similarities. I'm sorry.
No, I don't see that either, man. That guy's booging.
Yeah, he's bugging. Well, they must be some type of popular streamers or something because they brought them up on stage.
Yeah. I have to be honest, it's the first time I see like because I mean putting a prey on the third player that is the alien race is a bit weird, but okay.
Yeah, that is true. I didn't think about that. Well, it seems like we're going into a break, or we're going to be in a break before the third game starts. Let's talk about something else. Yesterday we got to see you play in BSL, man, and you made it through your group. How do you feel that group went for you?
Probably suspected. I'm not really I'm not really that. that happy with my games, to be honest. But I was really surprised with the game against Wolf. The first game, I didn't see I didn't really see the build he was doing like coming. Um, and I was like forced to do a lot of multitasking and defending vultures and attacking at the same time and dealing with mutas, and it was a super chaotic game. I really enjoyed it, but it was like for the nervous, it was like chaotic.
Yeah, it was very, very wild. Wolfix, I agree. The build order that he did, the 1-1-1, I hadn't seen it in such a long time when he went vultures and mines. I'm like, dude, aren't the Hydras just gonna walk up there and kill you? But you were right. That was a chaotic game. It was so chaotic. You made Wolfix accidentally lift his command center and
What
floated
do you
it for a
mean?
few. You didn't see the actual replay?
No,
But you should check the replay,
in the
man.
national?
No, he floated his main command center. He
Lord, what?
Yeah, he was. So actually, because he floated his main command center, I thought the replay was bugged, so we restarted it. And Wolfix was in the chat, and he said actually he has patrol micro and lift on the same hotkey, and he thought he had patrolled either his vulture or something, but he actually lifted his command center.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was wild.
I need to watch the replay. I didn't know.
Yeah, that was a crazy game. Your counterattack with the Hydras, I thought that Wolfix was going to pull it out with the bunker repair, but you just had a little bit few too many. But yeah, I think those games were very crazy. I think you did a really good job versus Wolfix. And then in coming through the bottom side of the bracket, I mean, you just crushed through tech pretty easy.
Yeah. Yeah, the circuit breaker game. I love to I love to play circuit breaker, man. It's such a good map.
Yeah, that map is really, really good, I think. I
It
have...
has to make a comeback to the ASL, by the way. ASL next
Oh,
season.
yeah.
Circuit breaker. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
Everybody would love. Well, I would love it. I think that's a great map, great macro map, good stats. Like when we were looking at the BSL statistics, it was like 50% win rate for like every matchup. I would love to see it. But we're finally ready for game 3. This is do or die really for Mini. It is going to be almost impossible to recover from if he loses here. So hopefully he can put a win on the board for Team Protoss. Okay, in the top left, we have our white Zerg. It is Soulkey. And in the bottom right, desperate for a win, it is Mini.
Yeah, and I was thinking like Mini didn't really show too many build orders right now. So there is a lot of potential in a best of 7 to really showcase what do you have in your back. But at the same time, Nyoken, you probably want to like do your best builds in the first games, right?
Yeah, for sure. I want to start off with a big, start off with a bang. Like I want to put a win on the board, have a big confidence booster. But he's just hasn't been able to do so.
Oh, he's doing that again. Pylon Scout.
Okay, Pylon Scout. At least he'll be able to deny the fast hatch. Wait, what's this? Okay, I guess this is an interesting scout pattern from Soulkey. I guess he was anticipating a move like this, and he spots the probe. I don't know why the Overlord went this angle, but already Soulkey just has a read on this guy, and he does respond with Overpool.
That it has to be frustrating to be like to be read like that, right? Like you just like everything you try so far is not really working. This is going to, oh my god, yeah, okay, he's going for it, so that is fine. But yeah, so far, like I have to say, so like the luck he was having against effort is not really happening today.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. And luck is definitely not on his side. At least he's doing a good job denying this drone a little bit, but the drone, or a second drone, ends up putting down the hatchery at the natural. And he is going to respond with Nexus himself.
That draw? Soulkey is going to scout, apparently. What Mini is doing.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what this drone was doing. It was bouncing around in the center for a while. Now he'll confirm that this is a Forge expand and just back off. Oh,
Yeah.
Forlings? I don't think we can get across the map in time to do anything about this cannon.
Yeah, but Mini is not scouting. There are four links coming to his base. But never mind. The links are just going to deal with the worker.
Yep, just gonna get rid of this probe so he can put down his hatch. Mini trying to delay it as long as possible, but it's not gonna get delayed pretty much at all.
Yeah, get away for Mini. I still don't see a simulator, so is there? No, he's doing it now. Sometimes Protoss likes to do two gateways before taking the gas, but in this case it's just a normal build order.
Yeah, that's an interesting Forge gate position. He can put cannons right next to the right side of the Forge. Wonder if he'll actually do that if he does get busted by Hydras or attempted bust by Hydras. Probe dangerously low. Can he escape? And the answer is, at least for now, but he doesn't get into the main, so he won't be able to confirm Lair or Hydra timing.
Yeah, I have to say that timing-wise, Mini is doing very well this time. It's going to be a very fast cyber core. He didn't make, I don't see at least a Zealot yet, so looking good, man.
Yep, and he actually ends up saving that probe. I'm shocked that it was able to survive, so well done from him, and he sends out a fresh probe with more health, trying to get some intel. There's still no Zealot out in the map, so it is crucial that he gets something from this. The cybernetics is about to finish. We were talking about how Citadel, straight Citadel builds have been used a decent amount in ASL, but again, it's going to be Stargate.
Yeah, if you do Citadel with this Nyoken, like that's overkill. That's going to be a scout right away. But like having like this Stargate so fast, at least he's going to secure himself killing some overlords and have like a good really early game.
Okay, well the probe does get in, and he does get to see that it was Lair, and I think he even confirmed the Spire timing. So overall, he knows this was a pretty standard opener from Soulkey.
Yeah, good scouting by Mini. Playing the whole game with one cannon, it has to be refreshing for a Protoss.
Yeah, he got away with a good opener, and there's the Citadel. It's pretty freaking fast, too. First Sair coming out. Or starting up, I mean. I didn't actually get to see if the Forge was spinning, but I don't think it's near. No, it actually is not spinning. So his
Very fast
upgrades,
DT.
yeah, he's going to be going for the fast DT. Going to sack his upgrade to get out that fast DT.
Yeah, with that Stargate timing, he's going to kill that Overlord so fast. Soulkey is going to need to make extra Overlords. He's already doing it, by the way. But yeah, the opening is... This is a really good start for Mini, and Soulkey is doing mutas, I believe. He's on 3 hatcheries, 2 gases, and wow, if Mini actually doesn't scout this on time, Nyoken, he can be in trouble. He's even making the cannons where he doesn't need to.
Yeah, if 9 Mutalisks show up and you've only got 1 Sair or 2 Sairs, you are going to be not long for this world. Spire is done, and we see all that gas being used from Soulkey. We've got a 5 Zealot move out. Remember, this is not like the Tempest game where these Zealots had +1. They are not strong at all. That's a good surround by Soulkey right there, but equally good micro from Mini, trading very effectively.
Mini is playing greedy here, man. He can lose Corsairs. He's not even preparing for mutas.
Yeah,
He doesn't know what the Soulkey is doing.
Yeah, Scourge are going to top right. Meanwhile, mutas are just counterattacking the main. There's no cannon there. The Lings are going to deal with the Zealots. Well, maybe they'll deal with the Zealots, but yeah, this is 5 mutas. They can one-shot all these probes.
There are no more scores. So how many Corsairs there are?
Well, there's a couple coming back, but the Scourge are here. Here
You know
goes that
what?
Corsair. The cannon's gonna die. It's so
And he's
do
dead.
it.
And he's not going to stop. He's like going to keep bringing Corsairs.
Oh my gosh. Oh, but the
Scourge,
DT.
DT in the main.
Yeah, and are there overlords in the main? Okay, Soulkey didn't see it. So we got base trades. Oh, actually, the Lings do realize that there's a DT here, but he didn't transfer his drones.
There's no Overlord. Oh, there is Overlord.
Oh, he ends up actually cleaning it up, but the main of Protoss has been breached. It's broken completely.
Oh man, Mini. At least if he heal all the drones, I can see him winning from the natural. And the thing is, he only has like shield batteries in the main, man. Like in theory, he can bring the courses and get the regen, but I don't know if it's going to be fast enough before like the Scourge connects.
I think just Soulkey's done it. Like, I can't imagine a Protoss on one base with no buildable area, right? Like, you don't have anywhere to build gateways. I can't imagine him being able to save this Nexus and try and come back from this point. There goes the Nexus.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't keep making coursers, to be honest.
Well, I think he felt like the Scourge would just kill them. Like, there's still 4 Scourge here. There goes that cannon, and now this mineral line's open. And this is a tough area to make an Archon be effective.
By the way, this opening from Soulkey is very, very all-in.
Yeah.
This needs to work.
Yeah, it needs to work, but it is working. He's going to try and hop a DT over the top side. There he goes. Overlord spots it, though.
Yeah, but he's controlling the mutants now. I don't know if he's going to see that DT.
I think he saw it. Yeah, he pulls drones instantly. He's got a sunken at his naturals. Oh, but that bought time for the Archon to get off a lot of damage.
Those mutants are so low on HP right now, and Soulkey is still like, he wasn't like really good doing eco. He's right now making more servings.
Look at this, bottom left. It actually went unscouted. If Mini can get his Nexus and his main up and running, if he can hide this base at bottom left, there is comeback potential. Because like you said, Soulkey's all in with this. Even though supplies are close, there's like 20 supply in the air, which are basically dead supply because the mutants are so low HP. The Spire ends up dying too.
I mean, Nyoken with like 2 Archons and
Yeah.
and Coulter, and he can even like kill the tier expansion from Soulkey.
DT almost actually got out, but he traded very well there. And I think he is going to be able to re-secure his main base. Bottom left has gone still unscouted. The Overlord is not moving over there. So there is a world where this could actually get up and running. But if he wants to save that base, I feel like he's got to put down a couple cannons. Because if it gets scouted right now, there's only 1 cannon to defend.
Yeah, but it's going to be so weird to scout that. Like, you know, your opponent lose the Nexus in the main. Like, who expects to be making a Ninja Nexus as well? That is crazy.
Yeah, and when he comes in and sees that the Nexus has been built, he's not going to be thinking like, oh, you know, you can afford another Nexus and cannons. Like, that's probably not going through his mind. So actually, Mini has stabilized this game somehow.
Yeah, and if actually, I see the tier expansion so exposed, like 3 Archons and like few Zealots and the Coursers, you're probably taking that down.
Yeah. Well, DT sitting in the middle of the map. Probe too. Another cannon coming down. So this base is pretty secure. All Mini needs to do is resaturate his main now. Start ramping up that gateway count once he's got the minerals. And actually, this is a playable position. Soulkey putting down, what is that, his 4th and 5th hatch just now?
Yeah, remember most of the workers are in the Ninja expansion as well. So the saturation for Mini right now, I would say, is actually good.
Yeah, it's really good. And with double Nexus on the bottom right side of the map, whether it's from the natural or the main, he can rally those to the main and resaturate that base real quick.
Oh, he needs to kill the pylon to get the Archons out. Well, I guess he can, in theory, go to the bottom left expansion and attack from there.
Well, Mutas, are they going to find bottom left? They're moving over there, but he's going to see the bad news. I'm waiting to see Soulkey's reaction when he spots it. Oh, he doesn't see it.
There's even a High Templar.
He still hasn't found it. So Soulkey thinks he's just in an amazingly dominant position, but we know that he's not really. I mean, he's still in a good spot. Don't get me wrong, 90 supply to 75, but it's not as good as he thinks.
Now, the moment these mutants die, Nyoken, the supply is going to drop so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like 20 supply in the air that doesn't really help him right now. They're still very low, just 70 health, so they can get taken down real quick. And now the Ling is going to confirm bottom left.
Now it's panic moment.
Yep, no reaction from Soulkey, but you know he's not amused to see this.
He's moving some Hydras. Do you think he's actually going for it?
I think he's going to just try and go for it. He's probably thinking like, dude, I killed your Nexus. You built a lot of cannons bottom left. You built batteries. You built cannons in your main. How much can you actually have down at your natural? But we see that there's a Templar that has full energy.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many. It's going to be a rainy day.
Yeah. I don't think that this can ever work, really. I think Soulkey's going to be obligated to just try and back off.
He's taking a 4 expansion, but funny enough, since the tier expansion from Mini is so close to that one, that can be a problem.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough base to defend. Also, Mini, because he mined out the backside mineral, he can actually come out of his base. Like, you can't just sit outside of Mini's natural right here and think like, oh, you can't get out, because he actually can.
Yeah, Mini's making more gateways now. Did you see the upgrades? I didn't actually.
I didn't see the upgrades. I think Zerg doesn't have any, and I don't think Protoss has any either. If they do, he has +1. Yeah, he just has +1 weapon.
You know what? So far, Mini is being not using storms as good. He's missing many of them.
Yeah, and actually Protoss has 1/1 armor too. So this is good upgrades for him. But we've got the Lurker contain set up. Supplies still high for both sides. Mini with his 3 bases up and running though. Once his gateways complete, he should start exploding in supply. But with the contain set up, I'm still sitting here thinking like, well, it's gonna be tough for Mini to get outside of his base.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing he's going to lose that wall anyway, because yeah, he needs the space to get the units out. It's only 3 lurkers right now, so if he really wanted to break that, he has to be now. And don't allow Soulkey to get 10, 15 lurkers containing him.
Yeah. Well, something that we didn't consider is because all those probes on the main were transferred to the natural, Mini's getting close to mining out his natural already. We've got a lot of overlords moving over to the right side. I wonder if he's going to go for a drop, because the way he's positioning really does look like he's going to. Or Corsairs spot it?
Is this a good idea when the whole army is in the main?
I was thinking the same thing. It doesn't seem like a good idea, but actually he misses it. Okay, Mini's moving out. What are the overlords doing? They're backing off. They're loaded up. Okay, now he's coming in. He wanted all the units to be out on the center of the map, and this could do devastating amounts of damage. Remember, also Dark Origin has high ground. So if he can get on top of that ramp, it'd be amazing. But the army's moving to the right side. The overlords did not get into the main just yet.
Yeah, but good thing is he actually forced these Corsairs to move out from position. It's going to be close!
Backs off. Not sure if Mini actually saw. Oh, Mini, he saw it, but he's not able to do anything about it. And we're in. We are in. But gets one. Oh man, this could backfire. I don't know about this. There's cannons here. There's no storm though. How many lurkers are actually in this army? If there's more lurkers, maybe it could be. Oh, he's just gonna focus the Nexus. He knows that the main or the natural is close to being mined out. He just wants to get rid of this Nexus, but I don't know if this is worth.
Oh, I don't know either.
Well, it draws Mini completely back to his base. It alleviates pressure on the map. Look at that clutch battery healing up that Templar.
Yeah, the thing is now he's going to lose his army, right? Now Mini is going to take that Nexus again, and he can take the close expansion to him. And that's four expansions for Protoss. I don't think Soulkey can do anything about that. The best he can do is just trying to keep containing.
Yeah, he does still have the bridge contain. But what he doesn't have is he doesn't have a corner base like Mini does. Soulkey desperately needs to get the corner base or deny this high ground base at mid-right, something.
I didn't even think about that. Thinking about it, Mini taking that early expansion early on. he almost like secures himself, taking the 50% of the map.
Yeah, once that base is mined out, you don't even have to defend there anymore. Just focus on defending that high ground mid-right position, and you're golden. Now, this could do devastating damage, because all of the probes are here. If there's lurkers unloaded, and he does unload, can he get some clutch probe shots? Almost, but doesn't actually get that many probes. Oh my gosh, that's a massive Protoss army, but did he make a mistake going this far up here?
He's distracted. He was controlling the army.
He's gonna be locked in. Like, this army is not leaving.
Yeah, for some reason,
Oh,
maybe
man.
Mini, like, he thought that there was more space for him to attack.
Well, I think he was expecting there to be a base at top right, so he denied it with a couple zealots, and now he backed off. Okay, well, that's not what you want to see. Soulkey's still stuck on lair tech.
These storms are going to win these lurkers way too easy.
Well, there's not a lot of support for these goons. Yes, there's Storm, but I mean, there's not very many zealots. There's only 2 Archons. Zerg has a lot of production. Okay, that's a lot of units.
Or do Grace, 2 for armor, probably 2 for attack as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking that Soulkey probably got 2 weapons. Man, good Storms. Mini is trading so well here. It was close a minute ago, now it's 180 to 140. Still a lot of lurkers though, but the goons are dealing so much damage. War reinforcements coming in, another good repositioning of the lurkers. Should be able to push this back for now, but reinforcements are just constant from Mini. I don't think there's enough Zerg. I think there's too much Protoss. Maybe,
Like,
okay,
he's
maybe
missing
not.
a lot of storms.
Yeah, he is losing a lot of storms, but it feels like there's just endless storms. More Templars even being reinforced. It's just non-stop. Every time you look, there's more storms going down.
Yeah. Still, I think Mini is playing this in a weird way, because like he can secure a new base and just like be safe, and instead of he's here like cleaning out lurkers and trading army. I don't know if this is working, to be honest.
And he's got to be careful. I was expecting to see his Nexus up and running at bottom right, but there's still no Nexus at the 3rd base there. This army, it still has some storms, but it's still quite strong. And when the mutas come in here and see like, hey dude, you didn't even start your Nexus, actually Soulkey may be able to stabilize this, but he's got to get rid of this army.
Yeah, I have to say Soulkey also lose many lords here.
He lost a ton. He's lost so many Hydras, but finally maybe he's gotten enough stuff to push through. But as I say that, more Zealots reinforcing. Lurkers are just... Okay, now they're in time. We got a burrow though. He spreads out. Burrows, how many storms are available still? He can't have many.
Well, Mini has many.
Jeez. This is one, I gotta say, this is one of the most epic fights I've seen, because it feels like we've been seeing both players just slug it out in the center of the map for like 2 minutes now. Just endless battle.
Yeah, somehow like Soulkey is like winning that
I thought
that fight.
Yeah, I thought for sure Mini had it. And, like, he was just trading so effectively, but somehow Soulkey ends up getting rid of the majority of the army. Mini's obviously still not out of it, but there you go. Hive Tech is done now. And Soulkey, maybe he can make something happen and try and deny this base.
The thing is, he's also mined out in the main. Probably going to be mined out in natural. He also used a lot of gas in the early game with Mutas and Scourge. And now he loses many lurkers as well. So Mini actually taking this base, securing this one.
Yep.
I feel like Soulkey doesn't have that many resources.
Oh, something happened in the main, because look at the main base of Soulkey. He's not mining his main base. Is there a red dot in there? I don't see one, but we have an engagement on the bridges, and this was not the move. Oh, actually, maybe it was. He got the Nexus.
Yeah, but at what cost, Nyoken?
Well, what happened in Soulkey's main? Why is he not mining his main base anymore?
I don't know, maybe he transferred a worker? Because I saw a
Oh, there's
attacking
a
the
DG
fourth
up there.
expansion.
There's something up there. Something killed everything. What, that's a Sayer? What?
I mean, if you're telling me Coulters are killing drones now, I'm out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay, so he desperately needs to get top right. Mini's also getting low on resources. His bottom left base is going to be mined out pretty soon. His natural is mined out. His main is going to be mined out soon. So he's going to be back down on one base, but like you said, Zerg is also low on resources. Oh my gosh, the Hive Tech.
He doesn't have upgrades on the Zerglings, like only Carapace. He doesn't have attack.
Oh yeah, that's true. So these +2 armor, Zealot, Goons, etc., they're going to be very, very tanky. But still, Mini's going to have a tough time getting across these bridges. Got a Lurker set up over there, and that's going to be denied.
Yeah, if Mini actually didn't took the bottom left expansion, I will be like super worried for him. But the reality is that Soulkey is the one in troubles. Soulkey is the one that, even if he spend now, like the expansion for Mini to take the next one, it's just like, it's going to be easy for him.
Yeah, very true. We did see the final mount is done though. That means we're going to be seeing the orange cloud pretty soon. If he can just spam it over on the right side, maybe he can deny it, because actually the majority of the army of Protoss is a lot of Goons and Archons. But the Filer I don't think is going to be in time, so this is going to be busted.
Yeah, but he need to be careful to not lose that new expansion he took. But I feel like there is enough army to defend, right? Even if we commit to break these lurkers.
Well, here we go. He's gonna bust this down. I don't think a counterattack from Soulkey is gonna work, but he was gonna go for it, but backs off now, seeing the army's too strong.
Not only that, now Mini can't deny the top right.
Yep, I think Mini's done it. I think at this point the army's too strong, the upgrades are too good. Soulkey can't attack anywhere. Even if he attacks bottom left, this base is mined out. We don't even want to attack this anymore.
This is useless.
Yeah.
At this point, this is useless.
Yeah, Protoss doesn't even care. Like, yes, he would want the gas there over time, but this is not an important base anymore. Like I was saying, all Mini has to do is hold mid right, and he's fine.
What is going on? Like, okay. I was scary for a moment. I thought that we will lose all the Dragoons and Archons to one lurker under the swarm.
Okay, well, Mini did not transfer his probes, and that could be a mistake, because that's a lot of probes to lose, my man.
Well, it could be a lot of supply to make extra units.
That could be the case.
Look at the positive side of the... Oh?
Yeah, but Mini's econ, I mean, look how many minerals he has. He really doesn't have that many. Those probes could have been very useful, saturating the fourth base.
Yeah, he probably lose like 20 workers in that one, because I saw the supply like dropping super bad for him.
Yeah, and what?
But still, it's not really a bad position for Mini, even if we lose the workers.
Yeah, Soulkey's the one that desperately needs a base now, but look at Mini just holding his ground at the right side, saying, "You will not pass, man. You will not get that base."
He's making progress with the swarm. The thing is, like, there are so many storms. They trade so well in this situation because of the lack of expansions by Soulkey. This is not like in La Campanella that he, like he could make a lot of expos. And he's going to be mined out, Nyoken. I don't know what are the options here for Soulkey anymore.
I think his only option is to try and hold the bridges, and he's got to get rid of this army at the right side. He has to get rid of it, not just so that he can get top right, but also so he can deny mid right. Lurkers are trying to move into position. We've seen some good plagues. Another Dark Swarm goes down, but that Lurker is going to die. Where's the plague at? Oh, there it is. We're going to trade Lurkers for just Zealots. Oh, well.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as Mini keep storming. And that TT is looking for danger.
Yeah,
He's looking for food, I mean, and he's probably going to find it.
So he runs into a sunken, but actually skirts by. Soulkey really gonna attack here? I just don't see it. I don't see how you're getting across that bridge for both sides. Oh man, now Mini has saturated the fourth base, and it feels like time is running out for Soulkey.
It's all about defending now and just dealing with like, trading with the storms now. And that is energy.
Wow, those zealots died fast.
Yeah,
So-
but each
supply
time
lead.
Soulkey tries to attack, he's going to lose.
Okay, well, is he gonna get through? He's actually Mini. He's not gonna be coming in through the top side, but he's gonna be running into Darkstorm. But if Soulkey wants to make this attack happen, he needs to send everything.
He's going for it. It is working.
If he can Darkstorm forever, cut off the army, he can get into the main and start killing gateways and like everything. But there's no zealots in this army. How does he deal damage to the lurkers?
With a storm, Nyoken!
Yeah, but he doesn't have that many storms.
Are you kidding me? I just saw like three lurkers dying with the storm, and now silos are coming to clean the lurkers. And that's how do you deal actually, guys, with the swarm, lurkers, and the play.
Oh, he needs... Okay, there's the Clutch Darkstorm. At the same time, he gets into the 4th base, and now there's no... Oh, he pops the Templar. He focus fired it down. This looks like, actually, Soulkey's done it. He's breaching all bases. Liquor supplies plummet for Mini. Soulkey very all in with this. He's only mining on one base, but he's shutting down both of the mining bases at the same time.
You know what? I don't see that many workers either, so...
This is so close. If he can get any lurkers, oh my gosh, the darks or the plague is amazing. The goons are heavily damaged now, and he's breached. He's broken both bases. That base is dead. Remember, Mini doesn't have that many probes. That's all of his probes right there. He's basically not mining. Look at Mini's resources.
I see Mini's dead, Nyoken.
Oh, the lurker shots.
I don't know how he did it, but that the fire play, it has to be the most insane thing I have seen in my life.
Holy smokes, look at Mini's cam. He knows it. It's done.
Wow.
Wow, that was an amazing game. A sick comeback from Mini. I thought he had it once he got his 4 bases, but clutch play from Soulkey there. I thought there's no way he's getting across the bridges, and he somehow made it work.
He was on 5 bases against 4 bases there.
I know, that's crazy. And Zerg at the very end was mining on 1 basis. He was mined out at every base except mid-left.
He actually won with the last Suspire, with the last breath, I can't believe Mini lose that, by the way,
I can't either.
that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's one of those games where you thought that literally that was the final chance for Soulkey. That's the only way he could win, was that last ditch effort there. And somehow he made it work.
Wow, man, this guy, they call him the Iron Wall, and I guess there is a good reason for it.
Yeah, this guy looks untouchable today. He's playing so well. Mini, his crisis management was amazing last game. When I saw bottom left go up and running, and then also he built a Nexus in his main, I'm like, dude, that's like 1,000 resources. You're a madman. But he stabilized the game with that move, and it really looked like it was his game to take. But he's down 3-0 now, and at this point, just what do you do as Mini? Nothing, literally nothing is working for him.
That game doesn't make any sense, man. I'm pretty sure you play that game 9 times, you probably win that. But I don't know, Soulkey probably contacted Doctor Strange and told him dude, I need a solution for this one. Look at the universe or whatever and give me the right play. And that actually worked.
Yeah, it definitely did. It was very clutch from him. As we were stating, it was his final attempt because he was basically not mining. He couldn't take top right. It was being denied by Mini's army. It was his last breath, and he makes it count there. And now he's 1 game away. It's now his map pick also, which is amazing.
Oh my god. That game, you know what's funny? I feel like Mini has been playing really good. It's just not there are very few things that are not working for him. I can't believe he lost that, man. To be honest, 5 against 4. Set almost mine out. Last attack, last attempt. I was so sure Mini will win that. I was super confident Mini will win that one.
Yeah, we were talking about how even though Zerg had Hive, none of the Lings had upgrades. The armor for Protoss was +2. It's like, well, how much damage can the Lings actually deal? Not very much, but they still did a lot of damage. The Lurkers under the Dark Swarm obviously did a lot, but I agree. I thought for sure that this was Mini's game, but somehow, somewhere.
I was like in so like a huge tunnel
Ooh.
vision that Mini will win that one.
Wow, we're not.
And now Mini's in a huge problem. Out3, how do you come back? On top of that, it's now like retro. How do you come back?
Yeah, I've seen a decent amount of Zerg games on here, ZVP, and Zerg just looks really strong on here. And I'm surprised we don't even go into a break. But you can see Mini, he seems to be down and out, whereas Soulkey, I mean, he's looking deadly, dude. He wants to finish this. He does not want to go past game 4. Definitely not versus someone as dangerous as Mini. So he really wants to get the victory here and just close it out.
Man, give Mini a break. Why are we actually like playing right after that? Like, let the guy like think and I don't know, meditate for a few minutes, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
After such game, I will probably need a break.
Well, we'll see if he can make magic happen in game 4, because we're getting into it right now. Soulkey 1 game from his first ASL championship. And in the top left, could this be his time? It's Soulkey, and in the top right, trying to avert the 4-0, it's Mini.
By the way, I have to say, Nyoken, that in the last game, Mini was in that situation because he wanted. Like, if he just like went to a scout with a Coulter, what Soulkey was doing, instead of like just like going out for the overlords and, you know, ignoring whatever tech Soulkey was doing, he will just like hold that easily.
Yeah, for sure. But it was a good response from Soulkey, knowing that the Corsair didn't have that intel, just go for the instant counterattack. And we still have many believers in the crowd. They believe in the 4-0 reverse sweep.
Mini doesn't really like...
Oh, look at this. 1 base.
Well, at least Soulkey is not scouting first that. But yeah, 1 base when you are risking elimination. What is that? What is this exactly? 2 gateways?
I don't know, man. I assume it's going to be 2 gates, but we've seen sometimes 1 base Reaver. It can be very strong, and you know it's an uncommon build. The probe comes in and scouts mid-right and sees that there's no overlord there, and I guess because of that, he is going to put down the 2nd gate.
Well, as long as Soulkey goes hatchery first, I don't really see... I mean, Soulkey is doing overpull here. You know what, like, Mini, if he actually denies the hatchery timing, 2 gateways can be extremely dangerous.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if Soulkey pokes in completely to top right, because I've seen some games where they scout the natural, there's nothing there, and they just go scout another base. Will the drone fully go in? Uh-oh, he did not.
Yeah, he's scouting overpull. And Mini...
Is he going to be able to hatch top middle?
Oh no, he made drones!
Yeah, and the probe sees it. Well, this game's going to get wild.
No, this game, how do you actually hold the natural?
I don't think he can hold the natural. You know, Mini could also pull like 1 more probe with this, and then he's really...
If he made more drones, that is it.
Yeah, he made lanes.
Okay, he made servings.
He doesn't know what's going on. He still doesn't know where Protoss is. He thinks Protoss is bottom right, but we know that it's top right.
Mini
Yeah.
is making a simulator. It's not actually like pure silos with a worker's attack.
He sees the hatchery, but he's not going to go for it. He knows that he's got to take down the natural, not this 3rd base. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He has no idea. He thinks now that Mini's bottom left, and we know that's not the case, and hello.
He I see he makes extra drones. He wasn't making servants.
Well, what I do know is he's about to be supply blocked, and he's got 3 zealots in his base. This game is probably donezo. There's about to be 5 zealots in his base, unless there's a clutch drone pull. That was a pretty good one, knocks down the probe, but doesn't do any damage to the zealots.
Don't forget, behind this mini is doing tech, so he's going to like to deal with a Zealot or maybe a Reaver at some point.
Yep, Lings get in. Okay, it's only 2 though. An instant response from Mini, and he is going to clear it. And that Sunken is not going to get up at all. That's to cancel it. This is an impossible hold. Soulkey's supply block wall. You can't. You definitely can't hold it now. How on earth can you hold this? Okay. Really good engagement there, but it still just doesn't matter. He's losing drones. Oh, the Zealots are in the sweet spot now.
I need to be careful that he doesn't get scouted with drones, but it's looking really good for Mini.
Top middle's dead, by the way. Like, it's just gone. We're not mining. This is going to be 3-1. Even if Soulkey holds, he's just taking catastrophic damage. He has no tech, he has no drones. Also, these Zealots can hold the ramp now if they want. Reaver, wow.
Yeah. I mean, the odds here for Soulkey are not looking good, but you never know actually, because last game, I mean, we thought like he was winning, and he actually does that.
Yeah, but this control is godlike. He gets into a good spot with the Zealots again. Supplies are just so low for Soulkey. I mean, how many drones does he actually have? There's, what, 4 there? I don't even see full saturation in his main. And there goes... Nope, not one drone just yet. But look at that 7% micro. Amazing.
Yeah, it's just the micro is too strong, and Soulkey already like pulling the hands off. I think we're going to see a GG.
Yep, and when Soulkey watches that replay, he'll know that, man, if I had just scouted the main completely, I would have seen this coming, and he does get punished for the lack of scouting.
Yeah, actually, like Retro is such a good fit for that strategy. Like Retro to gateways, 1997, beta test for those players,
Yeah.
Feels good, man.
Yeah. It's a strong build. I wish more players would go for one base, because you can see, even at the top level, they don't always scout completely. It's not like you're just going to get scouted instantly and be blind countered, or just be instantly hard countered. So Mini finally puts a point on the board. He's not going to get 4-0'd. So that's going to be a good confidence booster, and it's going to be his pick now.
Yeah, that actually is a good way to come back. Because like to get it was like this. Now Soulkey has to be super aware in the next games.
Yeah, it could throw all of his timings off just a little bit, having to scout a little bit extra with the drone. Because of how successful that was, I wouldn't even hate to see it back-to-back games or proxy gates or something along those lines.
I mean, what is the next map?
Well,
It's
yeah,
Invader, no?
Well, yeah, we got to wait and see what the map is, but I think you're right. I think it is Invader.
Yeah, if it, I actually don't see like two gateways on Invader, but
Yep, there it is. It is going to be Invader, but we're going to be going into a break, and then we'll be back with our 5th game of the series. All right, we are back, and finally, we have a point on the board for Mini here. He's not out just yet, striking back in Game 4, and we're going to be going into Game 5, which is going to be Invader.
Yeah, in theory, this is a good map for Mini. It's not easy to defend 4 expansions here as a third player, so I imagine he will need to be looking for maybe a Hydra Bus or some aggressive play, trying to abuse the 2 entrants in the natural. I don't know. If this is a good map for Mini to win, and I kind of like I'm hating right now that he lose on that origin, because like there was like so much potential to have like a really good series, and now he's like fighting for his life here. Going to be all out stressful. And he need to win here, or he's going to be the loser of the final.
Yeah, during the break, I was also thinking of ways to exploit the ramp, the double ramp, and then I was thinking like, well, what if he 5-pools or something? But then I remembered that Protoss players, they can just build a pylon in their main, sack their natural, and defend their main that way. So I don't think we're going to see something that crazy. But I would like to see the aggressive play, the Hydras, just try and bring it to Mini. Because have we seen 973 this series just yet? I don't think we have.
No, we saw like a really weird build order from Soulkey in the game 1 with Link Speed first into, was that 5 hatcheries or 4 hatcheries, like before before the Hydra then. So yeah, we didn't really see any 973 or anything like that.
We have got a lot of Mini fans, a lot of believers in the Legend of the Fall, which is, historically Protoss players in StarCraft have done very well in the ending of the year Star League. But Mini's on the back foot right now, down 3-1, but getting a solid win in Game 4, just complete mind gaming, complete soul read versus Soulkey there.
A bit of luck as well that Soulkey didn't, scout with the drone into the main. He only scouted the natural.
Yeah, definitely a bit of luck on his side. Also, the fact that the Overlord, or the fact that Soulkey didn't spawn bottom right, where the Overlord could have just gone directly into the main, also helped out a bit, or at least intercepted the probe, right? And then he would have known 100% Mini was there.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that the Mini didn't really take any game apart from that one, because it's not the truth of the series. The game has been like very, very close. They playing really good, but yeah, the score is what it is.
Yep, so we are ready with Game 5, and let's get into it. Okay, in the top left, actually got baited. In the bottom right, we've got Soulkey, and then in the top left, our Protoss, it is Mini.
Yeah, let's see what opening Mini is going to do this time. We still didn't see any gateway opening.
Yeah.
And I asked myself if Mini, because it's a final, he's not super confident in doing that build. And I'm worried because if he actually decides to do that in the last game, when he didn't really like practice it in the whole series, that can be a downside.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not sure exactly what those predictions are right there. It seems like only 3 people think.
Hero.
Seems like only 3 people think that Soulkey's going to win Game 5, and yeah, there's Hero. And we actually are going to have the Gateway expand this time around, because Mini hanging around with that probe. Okay, now this is facing off versus what looks like an overpool.
Yeah, Soulkey has been doing overpool in almost every game except that one in Tempest, I believe. That was 11 hatchery.
Yeah, that sounds right. Probe coming in, gonna intercept the drone, see that there's no hatch. And he should know that this is just normal pool opener. Okay, first shot in favor of the drone. Well, I like what Soulkey has done here, learning from the game or the series with Effort, where Effort didn't scout at all, and you know, Mini was able to capitalize. Wow, that's a great block there, and actually the Pro got the first shot there, so he will be able to kill the drone if he can catch it.
He delayed the hatchery a bit, not too much, because Soulkey is already bringing an extra drone to take the natural.
Those are some moves right there. Uh-oh, is he in range? Just barely not. Okay, he is in range. Uh-oh.
Service comes to save the day.
They're just so fast with the probe reactions.
By the way, he made 6 Zerlings from the get-go. Usually you make like 4 Zerlings, 1 drone. Try to play a bit more eco. So Mini need to be careful here. Mini is not even sending the Zealot. It's not playing around.
Yeah, it's hiding over there at the third base, but it's gonna spot it. No, it's not. How did that? Oh, wow. It's gonna get in here. Oh, it's the moving shot. It was just a little love tap right there. Let him know what's up. But didn't get taken down, so he will take the third base.
So I imagine Soulkey is not making more Zerlings, right? Like he probably was making a drone.
I imagine so. There's a drone gone. There's another drone. Oh, I thought he was gonna get it.
So this is already escalating very well. Soulkey, Mini is sending more Zealots now to the Soulkey tier base. And Soulkey all of a sudden needs to defend in multiple places.
Yeah, in this third base, there's a ramp there. He can just put these zealots on the ramp and trade extremely well. Or he can go behind that mineral line, of course. But in the main of Mini, there's no forge just yet, but I don't think he's going to get punished. Because I don't see speed coming anytime soon. Oh, wow, there's forge in the main. He does not want to lose that upgrade this game. Oh,
yeah,
Speedlings.
and Soulkey is making a lot of Zerlings.
Hey, this could be a bust. He saw the pylon at the natural, and remember, even though that's kind of a city wall, we still have the ramp that he can exploit. So I think Soulkey may be going for a mega all-in, just try and end this.
The thing is that these Zealots are trading so well right now that all of a sudden there are not that many Zerlings to counterattack.
Well, okay, he's got a cannon. This seems like a really good SimCity for Mini. I don't know. I don't think that this is going to work. But we've seen stranger things happen this series. The probe is out of the base. He still doesn't know what this is. The probe moved out of position. The probe does see...
He saw it.
Well, he saw 6 lings. Okay, he moves his zealot into position. There's no lings coming from the top. So this can't be an all-in, right? No, it's not.
Oh, he's going there. The problem here is that when you transition from an early game like that so catastrophic, usually Protoss is like leading very well. And that like you're missing drones, tech is going to be late, hatcheries are going to be late. So a very good start for Mini.
Yeah, he read this correctly. Had perfect defense. Now he's moving out with 5 zealots, and this is this enough lings to kill 5 zealots? I don't think so. He's gonna have to retreat here.
Yeah, but they have a speed, so that is going to make time for him.
Oh, now there's enough.
I'm
There's
so
for
surprised
sure.
Mini is committing, by the way.
Yeah, this is gonna get eaten up by the Zerg. Goodbye, zealots. This was the perfect read from Soulkey. And he's going to trade very well here.
To be honest, he actually forced many Zerlings.
Yeah, he did, but I think you had to build this amount to make sure you don't take damage. Doesn't lose a drone either, nice.
Man, Zerlings are blind, so he didn't see that Zealot.
I know. There's so many times where I'm like, did he really not see it? And yeah, that zealot is now hidden, and now he's going to come in for round 2. Try and get a killing blow onto a couple of these drones.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit refreshed to see that many drones there, by the way.
Yeah.
He can remove Hydras from the equation.
full drone pull. That's painful to watch. Well, I guess he resaturated quickly, and actually the Zealot was out of position, trying to be a little bit greedy there. Now he's going to trade effectively, but was not as effective as he could have been. And actually, Soulkey with his big Ling opener in the beginning, he's transitioning out of this pretty decently.
Yeah, the drone saturation looks okay. Hatchery timings are not that good. I mean the extra hatcheries. His supply block as well, so need to make more overlords. Still need to deal with these silos, and look at this, is going to be affected again with this mining. So, I mean, Soulkey position is not terrible, but it's not good either. He's behind in this game.
I can't believe these Zealots always just find damage. He's in another sweet spot. It feels like, is there ever a spot where the Zealots don't trade effectively? Like, every time I look, they're just always in a great position, like right here.
Yeah, even if you have like a big spot, do you have actually 4 silos, you can attack them.
Yeah. You got good value there. Scourge are out, more Zealots moving across the map. He's really forcing Soulkey to use all this larva on Lings. Good read,
He's
though.
trading so well each time.
Yeah, it's crazy how effective these trades are. He's got a sunken now. He's just like, I've had enough of this.
Yeah, but he can be annoying here with the Meadow.
Yep, this is going to get taken down, though. But again, he built like 6 more Lings for this.
If I'm not mistaken, there is silo speed already.
Yep, there it is. Kicks in.
What we're missing are the silos.
Yeah. Well, we finally have Hydras. They're slow and they're taking a weird angle. Can this be like some type of weird lurker drop? I can't imagine that being the move.
So annoying, man.
I know. Well, those lurkers are... Yeah, those are lurkers. What's he doing with
How many
this,
cannons
though?
there are in the National? There are 2 in the main.
Is he gonna
2 in
run
the
by?
National.
I think he might try and run by. Like, you gotta think about it. Zealots have just been trying to bust through the natural, or through this third base over and over and over. There's actually not a lot of defense there. Well, there's a Templar in the middle of the map for no reason.
Yeah, he saw it. Nyoken, that's a lot of Sterlings.
Yeah,
and I
that's a
think
lot.
Mierin scouted that, so he's probably wondering what exactly Soulkey is doing, because he saw like there is no Hydra speed either, and no range.
Well, there's a gap. There is a definite gap there. Here come the Lings. This could be it.
Nah, he's not breaking that.
He's in. Oh, he's gonna break this. Oh, that's an amazing
breaking it.
storm. Holy smokes, that was an amazing storm. And those lurkers did no damage.
Oh,
That was clutch, actually, because for lurkers, those bust cannons real fast.
yeah. Soulkey didn't expect the storm to be ready that early, I guess. I mean, it's not that early, it's already 10 minutes.
I guess so. Maybe he didn't. Maybe because it was just non-stop rallied zealots, he didn't even think he had a Templar. I don't know, but either way, instant reaction from the storm, and it was perfect too. He hit like all 4 of the lurkers with 1 storm, and now Mini's in an amazing spot. He's in such a good spot. He just builds a nexus right in front of Soulkey's face.
Yeah, and Soulkey, look at Soulkey. Now he's trying to make the 6th hatchery at 10 minutes. So, like, production-wise, he's not doing too great. Upgrades-wise, well, actually, Mini is still on +1 attack. But he's double upgrading, no? Or it's only 1 forge?
Not sure exactly. I think it's probably just 1 forge. He's got a lot of gates, though. Damn, he's got a lot of gates.
Oh my god, when you are making a sunken like this, it's this early, outside your wall, I mean, the situation is going so bad.
Yeah, down 50 supply, basically. This is a much better position for Mini in this game.
Mini actually is double spending? What is that in the top right?
That feels like suicide, to try and take that base also. Why not just take the base right by your main?
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I
myself
guess
if
it's...
Mini realize how ahead he is. Because I feel like he can actually attack the tier expansion.
Yeah, I don't know what you do now as Soulkey, because you know, it's different if this was Tempest, where he, you know, has another natural and you can take a 4th base behind this. But how do you get a 4th base here? How do you deny bases from Protoss? I'm just not seeing it this game.
And how do you spend next?
Yeah. Protoss
Because
also,
yeah, maybe you can deny the expansion, but how do you spend yourself?
Protoss also has a lot of Templars that haven't used like any energy. So if he gets the amulet, then he'll have 3 storms available on like every single Templar he has. I'm sitting here thinking, like, is the only answer for Soulkey to just go straight Hive? But I don't see Queen's Nest anywhere.
The 1-1 is already done for Mini here. But you know what? Mini also need to spend.
Yeah.
If actually Mini just spend right away and defend that, it's going to put so much pressure on Soulkey.
Of course, Erik confirms there's still no 4th base. He does get into the main. Will kill a Corsair. He really wants to find these Templars that he can kill. Not going to get much damage done here, I don't think yet. Double cannon, even triple cannon maybe. Well, that's a lot of Lings. But again, there's no Hive, so these Lings are not powerful.
Well, these methods are doing work. Actually, denying that expansion from Mini. He can start this cannon, maybe.
Yeah, but we got a big attack from Mini at the same time. He does, or Soulkey did find an opening onto a decent amount of probes. That's good damage.
Yeah, it's decent play, but he's not really like, he need to do more. Like, it's not enough.
Yeah, I don't think it's enough. He at least did deny the 4th base. Maybe he can
Oh,
pick
the
off some
Templars.
Templars? Nope, not able to find them. Okay.
Yeah,
got
the thing is,
Lurker.
Nyoken, that this army is so big that even if you snipe every High Templar, I still think Protoss army win.
Well, it is still going to be hard for Protoss to attack because Zerg can put Lurkers and Lings on the high ground to try and, you know, save this or take this base. But so far, he's actually just walking around. It seems like the game plan from Soulkey is to just try and deny this 4th base forever. Oh no, he's going to expand to bottom left. Never mind.
Yeah, actually, good option. I don't think Mini is going to expect that. He's probably not even scouting that.
Yep, so actually, thinking about it, or actually just looking at the screen, you know, it's hard to attack for both sides. Attacking into very fortified position of Zerg, that's not ideal for Protoss. Meanwhile, also not ideal for Zerg to attack into these bases either for Protoss. So it seems like we're just going to stabilize and go into mid-game. Oh, Dark Archon, okay.
Yeah, Archon is a good option to deal with this annoying Mutalisk.
And it's so frustrating to deal with mutas. They kill your workers so quickly, they can bounce off of assimilators and deal damage.
By the way,
wow.
knowing that Soulkey won on that origin, and if he actually stabilizes and secures that for expansion, we can actually assume that there is a chance Soulkey win this as well.
Yeah, there definitely is. I'm surprised that he's gotten his 4th base. He's also got Hive faster than I thought. Mutalisks have done a decent amount of damage too. Like there's still a high amount of mutas. He can snipe Templars. He does have to be careful because remember there is a Dark Archon. A single Maelstrom can ruin this play.
And if Mini actually scout that for expansion, he's going to panic so hard.
Yeah. Well, he does have triple storms available. Ends up taking down that Templar. He still hasn't found bottom left. That's a Nidus, so that's not going to be busted anytime soon.
So if actually like Mini scout this base or whatever, Mini's already maxed out. So if it's just like containing Soulkey, and then this Naidu actually like helps to take the 4th base of Mini, it can be a such dangerous play because Mini's going to be in only one base.
Yeah. This is good damage again with the mutas. Just finding such value. The Dark Archon still has not found the Maelstrom. However, he may be caught. Oh! Goodbye. Well, I would say the mutas still were worthwhile. They didn't get many Templar kills, but they did be annoying on the probe line. But like you said, Mini's, he's maxed. He does have his 4th base.
Yeah, he can commit to kill the Slurkers.
So, I don't know about this engagement. This is only 7 lurkers, but there's a freaking ton of Protoss. But with the goons in the front, they're not doing any damage. So actually, these lurkers are getting off a ton of hits. Okay, even though he is going to lose these lurkers and lose this base, that was definitely worthwhile damage.
Do you think so?
Like, how many lurker shots went off on those goons? Like, it felt like infinity.
Yeah, but this army is going to, you know, well upgrade with armors and everything. And the shields are going to regenerate. I think it's not that terrible.
Well, we got Mini backing off. He still has not found bottom left. He may be thinking, like, dude, I've got him pinned back on 3 bases. I'm good, but that's not the case. There's a full running base at bottom left, and actually Soulkey is taking top right. I actually think this is a genius move. It alleviates pressure on the bottom side of the map, and now he can retake bottom left if he wants.
Yeah, Mini's spending himself. He's already scouting bottom left, and he's going to. I mean, he's going to deny top right, but he's going to be, because he already like lose that origin. So that has to be in his mind how he lose that, and now finding out that Soulkey is on 4 bases is extremely dangerous.
Yeah, and these lings are heavily upgraded too, by the way.
Oh wait, this is exposed.
Well, is it? This is 5 Sunkens. There's Dark Swarm. Okay. Good Maelstrom there, denies one of the lurkers. You're right, this might actually be busted. There's only 4 Sunkens. There's no Hydras or Lings helping to support either. Okay, but now lurkers and defilers getting back into position. This will be saved. And like I said, top right was a diversion because now he's retaking that low ground base. Okay, Lings might even actually win this fight. Damn, there's action all over the place.
Yeah. Soulkey trying to deny this base. I don't know if he's going to do it. But now, like, Mini has to be wondering where all this unit is coming from.
Yeah. I think now he realizes that, dude, did you sneak a base? He sends everything to the corner, even though he hasn't scouted it yet. But you're not getting up here. I'm sorry.
Surprise, surprise.
Well, it's not as many Sunkens as it was on Tempest, but, you know, he's probably traumatized after that Tempest game, so he backs off. The majority of his army is goons, which is not great versus Ling Lurker.
Yeah. At least he's getting these servants for free, but I mean, Soulkey already is securing that low ground base.
Yep. What it is still 5
Soulkey
base.
is actually coming back this game, Nyoken.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Actually, he's coming back after the, you know, a lot of Lings in the beginning being built, and then the Lurker attack not working, also taking so much damage to the Zealots. It's crazy how we've gotten to this state. Also, well, can he hold this? The Lings are going for a counterattack instead of okay, now they're turning around to come help, and actually feel like I've seen this before in the earlier rounds where there's just a lot of goons here, but now they're stuck. Oh, actually he is able to retreat because the Lings back off.
Yeah.
Dude.
Soulkey trying to take top right.
He's exploding in terms of bases. Finally, we see some Archons mixed in. The upgrades are amazing for Protoss. 2-1-2 versus, I think, 2-2 for Zerg. But where does Protoss take another base now?
And that is the question. Where do you take your next base?
He can also Plague and use Lurkers to deny that base because they can hit from the low ground. He just needs vision.
I feel like he need to hit the eco, Nyoken. Like, maybe doing like mass shuttles and like high Templars drops can be like a really solid play to slow down the Zerg in this situation.
Yeah. Good Storm hits one of them. Hits another one. Repositioning the Lurker to try and take out the cannons. While Soulkey's even trying to take bottom middle. That's ambitious. But we do have... Now, this is a huge army. Now, I think he may be able to bust this. He needs to Nidus everything through here. It is still a tiny choke. It's going to be hard to get through. But maybe he can do it.
I don't know if he can attack this army without River, to be honest.
Yeah, well, the problem is now every time he goes bottom left, well, Soulkey can just set up all of his defense at top right, you know? Like, he can get that up and running now. He doesn't know about this base. Oh my gosh. So he just walks right by a free base. Did Soulkey do it,
he
man?
need to deal with top right at the same time.
I know,
so.
like, I feel like this happens all the time. Every single Protoss versus Zerg I watch, when it gets to this point, it feels like it's just Protoss bouncing back and forth, but not able to find the angle to attack. Now there's Sunkens here. There's going to be a Nidus here. Okay, there we go. Finally, we've got 3 Reavers. Now that's a lot of firepower.
Yeah. And there is no Nidus, right? So no, it's not only about losing the base. There is so many lurkers that he can lose here.
Archon's still alive. Okay. Gonna help with Maelstrom. Okay, this base is see you later. But because you're committing so hard, it opens you up to a counterattack.
Yeah, but does he have like enough defense to hold this counterattack?
Well, Zerg lost a lot of drones here. Oh, there is nothing. Okay, there we go. Templars moving into position. Desperately need some storm here. That's a good one. Gonna get 3 lurkers for free, pretty much. Darkstorm did not go. Actually, Reaver there to defend too.
And now that expansion is exposed.
Yep, this is exposed. There's only 1 Templar here. Cannons are not going to deal damage. Templar. You got a storm. You got a storm. Mini's coming back with his army, though. Can he get here in time is the question. I mean, it doesn't seem like it. The Lings are just too heavily upgraded. There's lurkers on high ground. He does spot them, so he will take them out.
Yeah, I think he loses that base.
I think that Soulkey, well, maybe he hasn't done it just yet. But remember, he's taken this base that we see right there. He's taken that base that we just get a glimpse of right there. That base has not been scouted either. Mini, who had a great opener, like he took a really fast 3rd base, even a quick 4th base. All of a sudden, he's about to be mining on just 1.
Yeah, the only I'm giving to Mini here is that he has rivers, and it's hard to deal with that. So maybe he can bust these expansions if he finds it.
Oh, the Scourge do not connect.
So he doesn't know. He never scouted that one. He doesn't know.
Yeah, he still doesn't know about it. Top right gets retaken.
Yeah, he can say maybe a DT or something to kill that one.
Okay, Reaver gets plagued. Well, that was dangerous. Almost loses the shuttle there.
He has to know now.
Okay, now he knows.
And now you need to kill this.
Yeah, you gotta kill this. You cannot let Zerg have this base. But
Feedback on the defiler, by the way.
yeah, but how does he deal damage here? Okay, there we go. There's the Reavers. They unload. More lurkers dying. It's almost pure Ling at this point because the lurkers are just getting blown up. So many Archons, man. Just an insane amount of Archons. But the only units that deal damage under the Darkstorm are the Reavers.
Yeah, the Swarm now is out. There are no more
needs-
defilers, I believe.
He needs to consume. He's got a Defiler right there, but he's not consuming just yet. Those Reavers are very low HP, and he gets one of them. I don't know. This is so close. Top right has been retaken. Mini's retaking bottom left. But this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases versus 7 bases of Zerg. The comp is insane again. Just crazy amounts of Archons, but he can't attack anywhere.
Yeah, the
Storm.
funny is that the Reavers are the ones doing the most damage, and he's
Yeah.
not really like making them.
Yeah. But it seems like the Archon doesn't have +3. Not able to one-shot everything. Or
The
one-shot
suspension
only
is so exposed now.
He's just not able to kill any base. He's taking
And
this
he can
one.
move out that much either because he's
Yeah.
going to instantly lose that suspension.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be a full-on onslaught there. It could just be lurkers setting up behind the mineral line. Another Darkstorm
Soulkey's
comes
ready,
down.
man.
He wants that shuttle. Not going to get it. Okay, this base might actually get taken down. Finally, he's going to have a good attack here. Lurkers do deal a lot of damage. That's a good plague. But how do you engage into this Zerg? There's the single lurker that I was talking about. And dies. That's nice.
Yeah, first win here for Mini in a long time.
Yeah.
But he need to deal with top right as well. Like it's not enough.
Well, Lurker's going to try and trade for some probes again, but Mini spots it immediately. So they're all going to die again.
By the way,
Maybe not.
what's the main looking? Is there like enough defense to hold this army?
For Soulkey, I think there's enough here. Yeah, there's.
Yeah.
But he's got top right up and running now. He's got a Nidus up there too. You're not getting through this, my man. Well, maybe you can with the Reaver. He had some
That is
storms.
true.
He has some storms to knock down those lurker eggs. Okay, took down the hatch. That was body
Actually?
blocking. Oh, if he gets the Nidus, that would be amazing. Oh, all the lurkers pop out, but they're all pumped up.
Kill the Nidus, kill the Nidus.
Yeah, he needs to get rid of the Nidus. There are just so many Archons here. Absolutely so many. If he gets both Niduses, the Reavers are still strong. There's no way to engage the Reaver. That's the problem, is there's no way to actually kill this Reaver. There's so many Archons, you can't go Mutas. Hydras are just going to get blasted because the Archons body blocked for so long, comboed with the Storms. Oh man, he even has high ground here.
Yeah, I think he's going to kill the main.
Oh my gosh. Oh, now that's big hits. And he gets the Reaver. That's huge. And
But
this is,
Nyoken, by killing the main, is this enough to win the game?
yeah, I don't know if this is enough. He's going to hit a lot of key buildings like the Defiler Mound, but Soulkey can afford to rebuild them. Okay, Storm, we need those. He's going to lose a lot of Archons here too. Can he afford to lose 10 Archons?
But he's not going to lose that for free.
Well,
If
yeah,
you lose, then it's by trading.
Yeah. There's no Hydras here either, so the Archons just, they're going to kill Infinity Zerglings. Spawning Pool dies. Defiler Mound dies. Whoa, he's retreating his lurkers.
Yeah, because he knows like what can you save here anymore. Like better save the units.
Yeah. Well,
But then like Mini, how do you actually take down the other bases? Like, do you have time for that? Like maybe bring in some Reavers?
these Archons are still alive. He's gonna kill these lurkers too. See ya. He just kills the Nat and the main, and he should be able to walk out.
Mini is not even mining that well in that suspension. I don't see that many
Yeah.
workers.
I think just now he's transferring some probes over there. Queen's Nest going down. Not like that's a big deal, but that also falls. Well, it could be a big deal. The longer the game goes, Broodling all of a sudden becomes amazing. Finally,
That
these Archons-
top right has so many resources
Yeah.
that Soulkey is not out of the game. Mini need to take down some expansions, man, and take that for himself.
Yeah. Soulkey's still mining on 3 bases right now. If he can get some probe kills with these lurkers, it could be game-changing. He's not able to actually really get kills. So he's just trading lurkers for storm energy. Well, that's gonna die. Okay. So, we got a really cost-effective unit comp for Mini right now. Soulkey trying desperately to get his bottom right base up and running again, but if we look at his composition, it's like pure Ling. Like, that's it.
As myself, if Soulkey remade the Defiler Mount, the Hydra, then Spawning Pool, all of that. Because I think he's making a lair now.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he did. Now that's a good play. It's the Goons and the Reaver. Protoss's army looks very small. Ooh, he gets both observers. Reaver.
Why attack this one?
I'm not sure. He could be storming the drone line. Well, I think he needs to get rid of this Sunken at least, because it's annoying to try and go behind that base and try and storm. Oh man, A lot of Hydras here. Decent amount of Zerglings. The Storm is kind of a whiff. A lot of Archons taking a good bit of damage. There's a big amount of units for Soulkey at his third base. If he could get them all consolidated here. A lot of Archons dying. What happened to the Reavers? Did they die?
It's microing it, but
I don't think either.
I'm really
player-
surprised he never like put a big attack with Reavers to kill the top right.
Yeah. I don't think either player can feel confident to attack right now. Actually, that shuttle is way out of position. The Scourge, don't see it though. Can he get it? He gets it. And he gets the Reaver. That's an amazing pick-off, and supplies plummeted for Mini there, down to 120 now versus 105. Losing the Reaver is huge. He's basically out of resources at this point. Only has that one mining base at bottom left. He does have another Reaver. He does need to take down top right. Like, that's the way he wins here, is getting rid of that base. Another Reaver trying to defend here. Does do good damage.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy for Soulkey to attack this expansion when there is Reavers and High Templars. But Mini need to kill an expansion. This is the only way to win.
Yeah, and these Lurkers are just barely out of cannon range. This shuttle has a Reaver in it. He's got to be careful not to lose it. He's going to try and... Oh, the Scourge! Oh, the Scourge! Oh! He gets it! There's also a Lurker denying the mining at the top side of that base, by the way, at bottom left. We're going to have an engagement here. Lots of Storms, but Lurkers, Lings moving into position. Is there enough to hold it for Zerg, though, is the question.
You know what, Nyoken?
This might be it. There's so many Lings and so many Hydras. Okay, good Storms, amazing Storms, really. But there's more Hydras. So we get a supply lead now. And look, he still has so much supply at his rally point. Here he goes. He wants to intercept these units in the center of the map. He knows they're extremely vulnerable.
Yeah, and he's... I mean, killing this expansion is not going to be easy. But yet, Mini doesn't have resources to make more units.
Oh, that's Lurker. All the probes are right there. He takes down 5 of them. At this point, Soulkey doesn't need to attack anymore. He's dealt so much damage. He's stabilized his side of the map. He knows that Protoss can only be mining on one base at this point. Another big engagement. Where's the Storm? 21 kills on that Reaver is nuts.
To play so close, man, but... I mean, even the Reavers are like plague, so...
Yeah. Another good shot from the Reaver. Gets a couple of Templars, but he lost a lot there trying to deal with that. It's just so hard to attack into these tiny choke points. Mini desperate for income.
It's a lot of Zerg units, man, in that minimap.
And another Reaver unloads. Like you said, it's plague, so it's dangerously low. Lings catch the Templars. The Hydras catch the Templars. Only a single Storm goes off. More. Oh, the Reavers, it died. The shuttle died. Look at the camera. Mini knows it. There it is. GG. And that means Soulkey, he's going to be the champion. First time for him winning an ASL.
What a comeback. He has to be... I mean, so many comebacks in this series. I don't think I ever seen this before. Like being so behind and coming back from that. That was the perfect opportunity for Mini again to win the game, man.
Yeah, like how do you recover from that position? Like we were talking about in the beginning, there was a lot of Lings in the beginning. Zealots did ridiculous amounts of damage. The hold of the Ling Lurker bust, it couldn't have gone better. Like it did 0 damage. You take an instant third base, you get a 4th base pretty quickly. Somehow Soulkey recovers from that and takes the game. I can't believe it.
It was a great series, man. So many comebacks. I just don't know how he won the game on that origin.
Yeah.
I mean, that was impressive to win the game on that origin. But winning this one, I feel like it's even more impressive.
Yeah, this was really good. Really well done from him. And even though Mini loses here 4-1, you know, this could have been a tied series, or technically a 3-2 series at this point, right? Like there were so many opportunities that Mini had, could have also been in his favor. Either way, this series really delivered. You knew it was going to because Mini's so good PvZ, but Soulkey, damn what a god he is in Zerg versus Protoss.
You can kill him.
You can't.
Guy, you can. It's just like, it's just way too solid. And I'm so, I can't believe the many games that he actually come back. I just can't. Like, I don't really see that happening so often.
Yeah, just ridiculous defense. It's no wonder he's called the Iron Wall, and he deserved it this season. You know, he came back in the round of 4. I think he also came back versus JYJ, if I remember correctly. Like there were so many series that he was down, and he didn't let it phase him that he was down 1 or 2 games. He recovered mentally, came back, and still took the series, and really delivered today.
Turkey doesn't know how to lose finals.
He
He
doesn't.
win it.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't lose finals. He always that make it to the finals. He's winning, even if he's behind. So this is like, this is insane, man. What a series! What I mean, props to Mini. He played really good. I don't fully understand how he lose most of the games, but he, in my opinion, he played a good series. The result doesn't really speak for the series. Yeah, props to Mini. I feel like he played a really good tournament. It's really unfortunate, that some of the games he didn't deliver or he didn't get the win, but sometimes it's like that, man, honestly.
Yeah, and I think his unit composition was good too, because like I was saying, there's so many games that I watch of Protoss versus Zerg. They bounce around and back and forth, over and over. I just watched him get plagued over and over. I'm like, dude, this can't be the way to win. So I was happy to see that he had, a billion Archons mixed in. Plague doesn't affect them really at all. I like the Reavers. I've always thought about, like, well, what if you mix in 3 or 4 Reavers? Shouldn't this just be an unkillable army? He traded so ridiculously well with them too. Like, that Reaver at the end, I think, had 30 kills. But still, I just don't know how Zerg can just be able to produce so much and, take 30 losses on a single Reaver and still overwhelm them.
He discovered the 4th expansion from Soulkey so late as well.
Yeah, that bottom left base really paid dividends, and even that one right next to it that was on high ground, it didn't get spotted for a long time. Like, if he could have denied even that one on the high ground, maybe Soulkey would have been broke.
Yeah, it's just like it's very small details, man. It's a game of details, to be honest. It was actually so close in some of the games. I can't believe the game on that origin as well. Like,
Oh yeah.
Soulkey actually, like, oh my god, I can't believe like Soulkey won that one.
Yeah, literally the only game that wasn't like super epic was the retro game that just ended 2-2 game. Every other game was it was like a bloodbath. 30 minutes. We had La Campanella, which was an insane game. We just had this one, which was insane. Tempest, maybe that one wasn't as crazy, but we at least got to mid game. And then, of course, the Dark Origin one was nuts.
Yeah. But well, amazing season by Soulkey. A season of like, like building it, working hard, coming back from behind, being many times facing the elimination. Like, to be honest, if you think about it, it was just like this time to happen. Like, this guy come back from so many difficult situations. It's just so good.
Yeah, he is so good. And for several seasons now, a lot of players have predicted Soulkey to win because he's just so damn good in all the matches. Like, even though other Zerg players in ASL talk about how his Zerg versus Zerg is lacking, every time I watch him play, he really delivers in Zerg versus Zerg too. So I'm happy for him that he gets a win here. And of course, I'm always happy to see someone that's never won ASL actually win. It's always depressing. You work for 20 years maybe, you get to the finals, and then you can't get the trophy. So I'm happy that we get to see him finally hoist the trophy.
Yeah, man. I'm so happy as well that traitor of Arjun right now is probably crying in a corner that Mini lose and the
Yeah.
only game he won was with 2 gateways. So, Arjun, you fly to Korea to see that, man.
Yeah, I keep looking in the fans in the group of fans to see if we can spot Jaehyun. He's probably hiding in the toilet, throwing up about Mini losing, like you said. So, oh man.
How do you even ask for a picture to Mini now after
Yeah,
that?
how? Mini don't want to do that. He's not happy about going down 4-1.
Hey, Jason, take the picture with Soulkey. No shame. Come back to Sir.
Yeah, come back to Zerg. We need more Zerg players on the ladder, man.
What an amazing season, Nyoken. I honestly feel like this is one of the best ASL seasons.
Yeah, and I think this finals was definitely one of the best finals for sure. Even though it was a 4-1, the games were all crazy. Really, really good finals. Last season, we had a TVT, which, I like TVT, but JYJ was just a step above Mind in that series, so it wasn't really that close. But this series was really good. Other than the finals, which I think is probably the most epic series this season, what do you think was the best one other than that?
Uh, the best season?
No, what was the best series you think this season other
Oh,
than the finals?
oh, for sure. Like JYJ against Soulkey was amazing. Um, it's not exactly a series, but I feel like the Rush group, the one he played against Stork, it was also very, very nice. Um, I was a big fan of the group stages, by the way. Even if they were like best of one, like I remember so many iconic games. Like remember Soulkey against Arjun, the Hive Tech CBC,
Yep.
or the like effort against Light when everyone was thinking, well, Light's probably going to win this easy. So not exactly serious, but I feel like I enjoyed the most like the group stages. Yeah, effort like the many effort games were like my favorites as well.
Yeah, I know you were rooting hard for effort.
I mean, Rush against Soulkey was also very very nice. If it actually was amazing, man. To be honest, like it was a really good series as well. So I don't know. What about you?
Yeah, I also like the group stages quite a lot because there were some memorable games. Like the Free versus Effort game was really freaking good. Like Free played very well, and I was surprised that Effort played as well as he did too. We had the upsets where Calm was playing out of his mind. Like I was looking and I'm like, really, Calm? He's gonna make it out? Like I agree. I think the round of 24 with all the upsets, I really did enjoy those games. And it was nice to see that a lot of, you know, well, I guess only the older player that I was thinking of was Effort. It was nice to see him play very well and really deliver this season.
Yeah, I wanna thank everyone also with supporting the streams and supporting us. The positive comments. It's been many this season, so I'm very appreciative, guys, that you've been liking the cast, the duo, supporting Body, Raz, all the casters. So thanks to you all. I want to say this before we need to, run and end the cast. So yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you, Nyoken, for having me again. I didn't expect also to be back this season. But here we are, a second ASL final we casted together.
Yeah, it was fun, and also I agree. Thanks to the viewers for watching. If you want to support the StarCast channel, you can definitely consider becoming a Patreon or making a donation directly. Or if you want to just support me and Eonzerg, I'm sure you can look up the information on our Twitch. We have another tournament actually running right now. It's technically over, but we're running it or we're broadcasting it in English. It's called the StarCastTV Star League. It has basically all the ASL players plus a couple of other players mixed in. DeWalt's even playing in it. There's a few names that I don't recognize. Like there's a player named Jiter in there. Apparently he was a former pro. And then Cop is in there. He's a good Terran player. So if you like this ASL, you should definitely check out the YouTube channel of StarCast TV because we'll be doing that cast, or those casts will be up in the near future.
Yeah, and they have also interesting maps.
Yeah.
So this is worth looking.
Yep, a lot of the games I know are going to be on the standard maps because, of course, all the pros they want to play on just the standard maps. But there are a couple of weird maps mixed in, and it will be interesting to see how the pros play.
Yeah, that was a really good season. Nyoken, I like TBT, but when you have like 15 seasons that is only TBT finals,
Yeah.
it's good to have a one that is CVP.
Yeah, I know, man. It did seem like we were going to have another Terran in the finals again because when Rush was up 2-0, I was like, well, this looks pretty dire, but Soulkey, he made it happen. And he is
Uh,
champion for the first time ever.
yeah. And sometimes, it's not about how many products do you have in the mix. It's the right one to make it to the finals.
Yeah, you knew once Mini made it to the round of 8 that he was going to do well. He's so good in tournaments, dude. Like he really turns it up a notch, but not this time. He's going to get second place for the third time. Still obviously a great showing for him, but I'm sure he's disappointed in that.
It's an amazing show in
Oh yeah.
Nyoken. There can be only one winner. Do you know
Yeah.
how hard it is
Oh
to?
yeah.
That guy reached it like 5 times the ASL final.
I know he's crazy. He is so good. His multitask is so insane. And like you said, it just came down to little minor things. Like if he just had a couple better engagements or something in this series, he could have definitely been the victor. And it seems like this is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching ASL, and thank you to Afrika again for letting us be able to do the cast. Of course, thank you to Eonzerg for joining me once again. Like you said, you weren't expecting to do it, but because there were so many Zerg players, I guess you found the motivation to root them on. And I hope to cast with you again next season.
Yeah. Thank you for watching, guys. See you next time.